Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Doomsday Game. Opening Awakening SSS Level Anti-Armor. Chapter 21. The players also saw a man holding two black iron pistols, shooting at the monsters under the city wall. Of course, hot weapons such as firearms also have their own damage values, which are not as abnormal as in reality. But it is more terrifying than arrows and spells of the same level. Tisk. The player with two guns took off the magazines, replaced them with new magazines, and continued to shoot. Isn't this too expensive? 10 bullets are worth 100 copper coins. This gun flow is purely Dubai style what? The damage and rate of fire are high, but the wallet can't hold it. I haven't spent a lot of money, and these are just the most common and garbage bullets. Some rare bullets and enchanted bullets cost tens of thousands of copper coins. I seem to have embarked on a road of no return. The gun player complained helplessly while shooting. At Novice Village number 401, with 3 top experts as pillars, both morale and mentality have eased a lot. Meanwhile, other Shinsho villages are currently being hit by a wave of desperate monsters, and some Shinsho villages have already begun to die in large numbers. And the durability of the city wall has dropped crazily. This is the simplest first wave. The most serious one is Shinsho village number 403, where the bet failed. The 403rd Novice Village failed to gamble, and all players' attributes were reduced by 5 points, and their resources were halved, which meant that the materials used to build fortifications were much less. Coupled with the increased difficulty of monsters attacking the stronghold, the number of monsters in the first wave was 10% more than normal. At this time, the players were constantly fighting monsters, and almost every player was cursing Huang Xian. Where did that fool Huang Xian go? He didn't come to guard the village. If it wasn't for him, how could we be in such a difficult situation? A captain-level player scolded angrily. If he dares to show his face, I don't even want to kill the beast. I will kill Huang Xian first, and then I will lose a B-level cornerstone talent. I will kill him, and it will be better to inherit it and use it. Stop talking nonsense, block the beasts, and don't let the monsters rush into the back row, or we will be finished. At this time, Huang Xian was hiding in the corner of the village, talking to a player named, About. What? Brother Huang is willing to accept our terms. Abbot said. I will work for you and pass on information about the coordinates of Sha Guo's talented players. Huang Xian said with cold eyes. But now I need a village teleporter. That's no problem, Abbot said with a smile. This is the difficulty of the monsters in Shinsho village to attack the stronghold. Are you going to teleport and escape? You don't have to laugh at me. I am no different from a wild dog now, and I am absolutely loyal to you. Huang Xian responded. Brother Huang, don't get me wrong, I never laugh at others, but your loyalty is just a lip service. Apt said. I want a village teleportation talisman in one sentence. I'm not doing charity, what I want is information, and I will reward you only if the value is equal. You. Huang Xian suppressed the anger and humiliation in his heart. There are countless players in this world who are facing death, and there are too many people who will betray everything for profit and life. Apt said. I have no shortage of intelligence spies. There is a team of players in Novice Village number 401 who cleared the level 10 village dungeon and got an SSS score. Huang Xian said quickly. Those who can complete this kind of scoring are definitely talents with S-level talents and above. Isn't this the person you want to assassinate? Give me the resources, and I will help you kill him. Ha ha ha. Apt laughed so hard that he bent over. You help me kill him. Do you think I'm a fool? 7K Wen Xiao. Didn't you inherit the S-level skill if you killed him? Of course I will send our country's geniuses to kill him and inherit the S-level skills. Your thinking is too good. This information is barely worth the price. I will give you a village teleportation talisman. Under the Doomsday game, countless guilds collide with each other, causing countless casualties, not to mention the confrontation between kingdoms. I look forward to future transactions with you. Apt ended the conversation, and then Huang Xian received the mail, and took out a teleportation talisman from it, which can be teleported to the safe area of other villages. With this prop, even if the village is destroyed, I can survive. Huang Xian continued to hide in the corner as if he had been reborn, silently waiting for the end of the monster's attack on the village. In this way, he will not be teleported to Shinsho village number 401 approximately 500, because the monster attacking the stronghold is over, and the ones that are breached or not safe areas, and the teleportation talisman will only send him to the safe area. At Novice Village 401, the battle has been fierce for 3 hours, yet not a single player has died. Because Zhao Yuan blocked 2/3 of the monsters by himself, and the players noticed. The hammer in Zhao Yuan's hand was simply a decoration, with very low damage, and it killed a large number of monsters thanks to its anti-injury property. As soon as the beast touched Zhao Yuan, his blood bar dropped crazily. After watching it for 3 hours, even an individual could tell that it was an anti-armor skill. From time to time, Zhao Yuan also rotated the spiked hammer to hit the monster's weak points, such as eyeballs, abdomen, and head, which can be regarded as sharpening his combat experience. Battle reminder. When encountering a level 10 ape attack, reduce 0 points of HP, trigger SSS level anti-armor, causing 962 points of real damage. Kill a level 10 hyena, get 762 experience points. Get 632 experience points. Get 451 experience points. The player's level has been raised to LV10. All attributes increase by 5 points. Killing the target triggers the talent, billion times proficiency, the current acquisition multiplier is 5.5 times. Kill a level 10 yak, gain 56 points of skill proficiency * 5.5 times. SSS level anti-armor increased to LV35, SSS level sword drawing taunt increased to LV30. Finally reached level 10, which is not easy, but the average player needs to spend 3 months to reach level 10, which is even more terrifying. There is a bright golden light flowing from Zhao Yuan's body, and all players are guessing what kind of cornerstone skill Zhao Yuan will get when he enters level 10. After all, they are all teammates, so they can see each other's level. Zhang Wen was looking forward to it even more, and he was short of sending a private message to Zhao Yuan as a friend. 3 options appeared in front of Zhao Yuan. Option 1. Cut gang. Option 2. Restoring the mechanics. Option 3. Outlaws. Relying on the memory in his mind, Zhao Yuan knew that Zongang was an active skill for close combat output, and a must-choice cornerstone talent for swordsman and swordsman. Option 2. Repairing the machinery, is an active skill that players who follow the mechanical flow will choose, that is, to repair the summoned mechanical artifacts. And Zhao Yuan has no relevant skills at all, so this option is directly ruled out. The rogue option will increase the upper limit of health and quickly recover health after leaving the battle. This is a skill that many melee players will choose, because in the Doomsday game, life saving is the most important thing, and the output is placed second for the time being. Zhao Yuan didn't hesitate for too long, and directly chose the Madman talent, which fits his SSS level anti-armor and sword drawing taunt. The player has acquired the S-level Madman skill. S-level Lunatic. Passively increase 1500 points of health, after leaving the battle, restore 30 points of blood per second. Trigger talent, Eternal Blessing, all skills will remain at SSS level. S-level fanatics are promoted to SSS level. Outlaw LV1 SSS level passively increases HP by 3000 points, recovers 0.5% of the upper limit of HP per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Powerful, strong. Zhao Yuan looked at this SSS level fanatic skill, and there was no other description except strong. Level 1 provides 3000 HP. You must know that before level 30, only a few players can achieve the attribute requirement of the 10,000 Blood Warrior. Zhao Yuan upgraded the SSS level fanatic a few times, and he directly broke through 10,000 blood. Next, the restriction that the HP can be recovered after leaving the battle has been removed, and at any time, 0.5% of the HP can be recovered per second. This is almost a perpetual motion machine, and as the skill is upgraded, the effect of this blood increase will increase. The percentage of blood recovery seems a bit tasteless in the early stage, but Zhao Yuan can break through 10,000 blood soon, and the percentage of blood recovery is definitely the most suitable attribute. In the event of a severed limb injury, it can quickly grow back under the passive recovery effect. And the once-a-day active effect is instantly full of blood after it is turned on, and all injuries can be recovered. Even if the head is cut off and there is a little blood skin left, it can still be resurrected. Now Zhao Yuan's properties panel is: Name, Zhao Yuan. Level, LV10. Health, 100%. Mana, 23%. Talent, Eternal Blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of times of proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap, and can be upgraded without restrictions. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the multiplier of proficiency, current proficiency multiplier, 5.5 times. Cornerstone ability. Anti-armor LV35, SSS level, passively provides high physical defense and magic defense. When suffering damage, it reflects real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacker. Outlaw LV1, SSS level, passively provides 3000 health points, recovers 0.5% of the upper limit of health value per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill. Draw a knife and taunt LV30, SSS level, passively increase the monster's hatred value. After the active release, charge forward for a certain distance, and apply a taunting effect to the enemy at 500 meters for 20 seconds. Backpack. Oak shield, white iron armor, white bronze boots, green bronze bracers, green iron hammer, white level 1 enhancement stone 20, level 1 gemstone 3. Copper coins. 4W. Magic weapon. Green jade lotus terrace LV6 white. The rest of the panels are not yet unlocked. Players reach level 10 to unlock the forging function, please check it yourself. While Zhao Yuan was checking his attributes, a large number of monsters were killed by his anti-armor. Zhao Yuan easily sent his SSS level fanatic skill attribute map to Zhang Wen, and then began to study the newly unlocked forging function. The forging function can strengthen the equipment, inlay the equipment with gems, decompose the equipment, inherit the equipment, and even inlay the magic weapon with gems. However, the gem here is called soul, which is a very high-level item that Zhao Yuan can't touch yet. Zhao Yuan now has 21st level enhancement stones. First level enhancement stones can enhance equipment to level 10, and beyond that, second level enhancement stones are required. He now has a total of 5 pieces of equipment, 2 green and 3 white. Naturally, it is cost-effective to strengthen green equipment. Zhao Yuan consumes a first-level strengthening stone, 3000 copper coins, to strengthen the green quality boots once. Then frantically throw money and strengthen stones. Enhancement tip. Consumes 7000 copper coins, 2 first-level enhancement stones, and bronze boots are enhanced by +2. Consumption of copper coins. Consumption of first-level strengthening stones, bronze boots strengthening +3, bronze boots strengthening +4. As the enhancement level increases, the cost of the next enhancement will be greater. After Zhao Yuan strengthens the bronze boots by +4, there is not enough copper coins, and there are still leftovers for strengthening stones. Zhao Yuan glanced at it roughly, and each time it was strengthened, the attributes of the equipment would be increased by 5%, but the consumption after strengthening was increased gradually. And there is a success rate of strengthening, and players with forging skills can greatly increase the success rate of strengthening. After the enhancement fails, the copper coins and enhancement stones consumed will disappear. And the equipment can be inherited. The resources spent on this green equipment can be inherited to the newly acquired high-level equipment. There will not be a situation where a weapon that has been strengthened by 20+ cannot keep up with its own level and is finally abandoned. After the bronze boots are strengthened by +4, the attribute increases by 20%, but for Zhao Yuan, it is of little significance. 3 hours later, the first wave of monster attacks finally ended. Zhao Yuan was still full of blood, and all he could see were the corpses of monsters. At this time, in the ranking of battlefield points, Zhao Yuan ranked first without exception, 7k. First place, Zhao Yuan, 692 points. Second place, Zhang Wen, 325 points. Third place, Quan Yin, 251 points. Fourth place, Yunning, 246 points. The first wave of monsters has ended, and the second wave will attack in 1 hour. Please be prepared. I'm going. Zhang Wen glanced at his experience points, it's only 5% short, and the monsters are gone. Isn't this the second wave in an hour? It will reach level 10 sooner or later. Zhao Yuan returned to the village. The other players didn't even feel any pressure. 2/3 of the monsters were blocked by Zhao Yuan, and they only needed to kill the remaining 1/3. Kuan Yin slowly exhaled. This is easier than I imagined. This Zhao Yuan can block tens of thousands of beasts by himself, and he can't shed blood. This is too perverted. No wonder he can get an SSS grade. Wang Muhe, the leader of the Mountain Ghost organization, said. This should be the anti-armor of SS level, right? There is also a charge with a taunting skill. The lowest is S level, and the levels of these two skills are very high. According to this time, the second wave of monsters also lasted for 6 hours, so the third wave, it's already midnight. The captain of the Huahu organization added. In the dark night, all the attributes of the beasts are doubled, and there are 3 lord-level boos. Can Zhao Yuan stop this? Kuan Yin retorted. I think yes. Zhao Yuan has just acquired the 10th level cornerstone skill, and his strength will definitely become stronger. With our more than 100 healers and Yun Ning's halo skills, Zhao Yuan should be able to resist the Lord Boos in the dark state. Hey, the captain of the Huahu organization laughed. I wonder what happened to No. 403 Novice Village. Didn't you think we could be taken over at first? Now the city walls are about to collapse. Kuan Yin said in the wartime command channel. Everyone rested for 40 minutes and replenished their physical strength. So far, no one has died. The reason is naturally not much. Zhao Yuan's power is obvious to all. This cataclysm is completely for we give away points. The other players were also excited. It seems that there is really no need to die. Zhao Yuan is too strong, let alone resist 2/3 of the monsters alone. The key is that his damage is still high, it can beat the sum of our other players. I really want to add him as a friend, hug my thigh, but the boss will definitely not agree. Alas, let's forget it. The output players in the back row also sat on the ground and chatted. Let's not talk about point rewards, as long as I can survive, I will be satisfied. Not only Zhao Yuan, this Zhang Wen and Yun Ning are also perverted beyond imagination. This is because Zhao Yuan blocked tens of thousands of beasts by himself, so that other players have no chance of being injured. Otherwise, Yun Ning's blood recovery halo can get a lot of points, and this first position may be Yun Ning's. And this Zhang Wen, one person is a legion, and there is a booze level summoner, it's not too cool. At this moment, the village head approached Zhao Yuan and presented him with dozens of bottles of magic recovery potion. Thanks to you, the common people in our village will not encounter disaster. Zhao Yuan also unceremoniously accepted the magic recovery potion. As the level of the saber taunt got higher and higher, more mana was consumed. The village chief sit down and rest. This monster attacks the village, I'm sure. Then Zhao Yuan received a lot of friend applications, but he saw Yun Ning's application in a pile of applications. This person's halo skill is too terrifying. It can play a terrifying role in future dungeon battles, guild battles, and even national wars. Zhao Yuan thought to himself. It would be great if we can get acquainted and become companions. Zhao Yuan chose to agree to Yun Ning's application. As for Novice Village number 403, all the players lay down on the ground and gasped for breath. The monster attack on a terrifying scale caused them heavy casualties, and they experienced hell-like ordeals. More than half of the log city wall has collapsed, with 1/3 of its durability remaining. And the surviving players were also injured, lost their arms and legs, and had no treatment with advanced skills. Even if their blood volume was fully restored, it was only the effect of scabs on the wounds. This is too difficult. I almost thought I was going to die. The commander of Novice Village number 403 was covered in blood, some were comrades in arms, and some were beasts. No, we will definitely die in the second wave. I don't want to guard anymore. Even if the village is destroyed and I flee in the wilderness, I don't want to continue guarding the village. A player sent a private message to his friend, 7. Wandering in the wilderness, there is still a certain possibility of escaping to other Shinsho villages, although the level of beasts along the way is very high, and they are close to death. But it's better than guarding the village here, I don't see any hope at all. The player's friend also sent a private channel. Whoever loves to guard, whoever guards, I still want to live. What the hell, the commander will only let us go up to plug the gap, and stand at the end by himself. Princes and generals, Ning has kindness. Why do you tell me what to do? Let's run away quietly. The morale of Novice Village number 403 has completely collapsed. The players don't want to hold on any longer. If they can't even see a glimmer of hope, they might as well run away. Many members of the organization also began to waver, and the commander cursed angrily. Where did Huang Xian go? This beast probably escaped a long time ago. If I knew it, I would kill him first. At this time, Huang Xian was hiding among the NPC civilians, waiting for the monsters to attack the village, and fled to other Shinsho villages with a teleportation talisman. As for the other 98 villages, the situation is different but difficult. Zhao Yuan opened the forging panel, and when he cleared the dungeon, he got an SSS rated gift box. In addition to the strengthening stone, he also got 3 first-class gems. 2 mana gems and 1 magic recovery gem. Level 1 mana gem. Mana plus 30. Level 1 magic recovery gem. Magic recovery plus 2. 3 gemstones of the same type can be synthesized into higher level gemstones. Zhao Yuan spent a lot of copper coins to dig a gemstone hole in the white hammer, green boots, and green wristband, and then chose to insert 3 gemstones into it. The gems that were originally the size of a thumb are only the size of a grain of rice when they are inlaid on the equipment. You can spend copper coins to take out gems at any time. Copper coins are hard currency. Whether it is strengthening equipment, magic weapons, or synthetic gems, you have to spend money. The mana gem is light blue, and the magic gem is dark blue, but the texture is very poor, because it is only a first-class quality. Zhao Yuan was a bit lacking in mana, but after inlaying 3 gems, his combat power was improved again. The number of holes that can be opened by different quality equipment is different. White equipment can only open 1 gem hole, green equipment is limited to 2 gem holes, and so on. At this time, Zhao Yuan received a private letter from Yunning. Yunning, boss, you and Zhang Wen, who is second in the standings, are teammates, right? Could it be that the 2 of you cleared the level 10 dungeon with 10 people? Zhao Yuan, yes, we have been friends since we were young, and there are only 2 people in the team. Yunning, then can I join your team? I have 2S level Halo skills. But you don't seem to need to add blood, you never drop your blood bar. Zhao Yuan, of course, a user with Halo abilities like you will be the first protection object no matter which guild you go to. I also want to invite you to join my team, but I want to send you a friend request after the monster attack is over. Zhao Yuan's high EQ reply is true and a bit knowledgeable. It made girls apply to join the team, which turned out that Zhao Yuan had long wanted to invite the other party. Zhang Wen also sent a private channel to Zhao Yuan. That aura-capable user is too strong. My summoned object is covered by a halo, which can increase the upper limit of blood volume and restore blood. And she will definitely become stronger in the future, shouldn't she be invited to join our team? Zhao Yuan, the invitation has been successful, we can always cover Yun Ning's halo effect. What kind of efficiency is this? Zhang Wen said happily. But it's true, with you, a big-bodied tank fighter, it's so easy to talk. At this time, Quan Yin walked up to Zhao Yuan. Boss Zhao Yuan, I have to trouble you to block under the city wall for a while. Your defense is too terrifying. I think if there is no bonus of the night state, booze can't beat you. Zhao Yuan waved his hand. It's fine for you to command in the rear, and leave it to me in the front. If your command is reasonable enough, maybe you can complete the monster attack without killing people. Of course, with a top shield player like you, there is basically no pressure to defend the city. If I make a common sense mistake in command, I will really be a waste. Quan Yin left without rest, commanding assist players to spread the remaining black oil and repair the damaged traps as much as possible. An hour passed quickly, and Zhao Yuan jumped off the city wall again, guarding the gate of the country alone. No, guarding the gate of the village alone. Now Zhao Yuan's properties panel is Name, Zhao Yuan. Level, LV10. Health, 100%. Mana, 100%. Strength, 65. Constitution, 657k Wenghua. Agility, 65. Intelligence, 65. Talent, Eternal Blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of times of proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap, and can be upgraded without restrictions. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the multiplier of proficiency, current proficiency multiplier, 5.5 times. Cornerstone ability. Anti-armor LV35 SSS level passively provides high physical defense and magic defense. When suffering damage, it reflects real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacker. Outlaw LV3 SSS level passively provides 9,000 health points, recovers 0.5% of the upper limit of health per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill. Draw a knife and taunt LV30 SSS level passively increase the monster's hatred value. After the active release, charge forward for a certain distance, and apply a taunting effect to the enemy at 500 meters for 20 seconds. Backpack. Oak shield, white iron armor, white bronze boots +4, green bronze bracers, green iron hammer, white level 1 enhancement stone 12. Copper coins. 7W. Magic weapon. Green jade lotus terrace LV6 white. When each player is at level 0, the 4 basic attributes are all 5 points. Every time the player increases 1 level, all attributes will increase by 5 points. Zhao Yuan completes the bet, and all attributes will increase by 10 points, so it is a basic attribute of 65 points. These are just basic attributes, without additional equipment, magic weapons, gems, and skills. The health value and magic value are displayed as percentages. The second wave of monsters has become more numerous, and they are all level 13 creatures, and you can even see many elite quality beasts. The ground began to vibrate, and the mighty pitch black tide rolled in frantically. Even if a monster was trampled to death, the beast approached faster and faster. If it weren't for the SSS level anti-armor that can add a high amount of defense, so that Zhao Yuan can feel no pain to a certain extent, he really dare not be so reckless. As soon as the war was about to break out, Zhao Yuan opened the taunt with his sword, charged into the tide of monsters, and instantly killed a bunch of monsters. Then forced to taunt all the enemies within 500 meters, the taunting time is as high as 20 seconds. And draw a knife to ridicule the high hatred value of passive bonus. Even if it exceeds the range of 500 meters, there are still many beasts who choose to attack Zhao Yuan. In addition to the level 13 common beasts, Zhao Yuan saw level 13 flying monsters and level 13 ranged attack creatures. Red-tailed bird. Quality. Elite. Level. LV13. Skill. Feather arrow. Introduction. A bird creature that can turn feathers into arrows to attack, with average flight speed and easy to be hit by long-range attacks. Goblin wizard. Quality. Elite. Level. LV13. Skill. Wind blade. Introduction. A family of goblins with simple wisdom and magical talent. In an instant, Zhao Yuan was attacked by countless fierce beasts in close quarters, and a large number of long-range attacks fell on Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan's blood volume finally decreased by dozens of points, but it was fully restored by the blood recovery effect of the SSS level madman in an instant. What's more, there are Yun Ning's 2 Halo skill bonuses. An illusory armor of thorns emerged from Zhao Yuan's body, which was the effect of the SSS level anti-armor skill. The goblin wizard 20 meters away was killed by the anti-injury effect, and the red-tailed bird in midair was also pierced by real damage. Zhao Yuan doesn't care if his weak point is attacked by the enemy, because he has a SSS level lunatic. Even if his limbs are broken, they can grow back in a few minutes. He doesn't wield the spiked hammer anymore, the damage caused is very low, and he still enjoys relying on anti-armor. Zhang Wen's Bone Legion also joined the battle. These summoned creatures didn't feel pain and died when they died. There was no shortage of corpses on the battlefield, and they became the second line of defense. Quan Yin spoke in the command channel. Elite creatures of level 13 can't break through Zhao Yuan's defense. This second wave of monsters will also become our points. Everyone pay attention to cooperation. We must pass through this wave of shock without injury. Under Quan Yin's command, the 7,000 personnel cooperated tacitly without any disorder. Unable to be taunted by Zhao Yuan, and unstopped by the Bone Legion, the monsters began to climb the city wall. Guarded by the shield fighters, melee output players attack from the gaps in the shield, while mages and archers in the rear continue to output. No one died, because the pressure was very low, and most of the monsters were taunted away by Zhao Yuan. Coupled with Yun Ning's powerful aura, even if his arm is bitten off by a fierce beast, he can recover slowly. 2 hours later, a clear golden light splashed on Zhang Wen's body. Of course, during the process of monsters attacking the stronghold, many players also upgraded. At this time, Zhang Wen's total attributes increased by 5 points, and 3 cornerstone ability options appeared in front of him. Option 1. Summon a stone statue. Option 2. Lightning strike. Option 3. Bone behemoth. Is there still a choice? It must be a giant bone beast. This is obviously a follow-up skill for the S-level summoning bone. Without the slightest hesitation, Zhang Wen chose the bone giant beast skill. Player Zhang Wen has obtained the SS level skill, Bone Giant Beast. Shit. Zhang Wen's mouth was almost crooked. He directly sent the SS level bone monster attribute map to Zhao Yuan, and at the same time privately sent. Brother, I'll follow you, the hidden score is too high, I'm going to take off in this wave. Bone Giant Beast LV1 SS level. After active release, all bone units under control can be dismantled and pieced together to form a Bone Giant Beast. The greater the number of bone creatures, the better the quality, and the higher the attributes of the final bone monster. Zhao Yuan's eyes also brightened. This skill is so strong, the huge beast made of more than 900 bone creatures, can't it be a lord level? Zhang Wen directly released the SS level Bone Behemoth skill. The magic staff in his hand was dyed with a faint purple glow, and a giant magic circle appeared at the foot of the city wall. Many strange patterns and mysterious symbols are inscribed in the magic array. This is such an exaggerated skill special effect. It is definitely an S-level skill or above, Quan Yin said enviously. The other players also looked at the huge formation under the city wall. More than 900 bone creatures were directly dismantled into pieces of bones, and then under the effect of the skill, they were all covered and put together on the body of the Bone Baron. Click click click. Just a few seconds later, a 6-meter-tall bone monster appeared in front of everyone, like a lord-level boss. Isn't this off? The special effect spot of a level 10 skill is more complicated and mysterious than that of a level 40 player. Wang Muhe was both envious and shocked. Zhao Yuan also looked back. Isn't this the giant Bone Baron? Zhang Wen replied in a private message. That's right, my SS level bone monster will choose the strongest bone unit as its body to form a new monster. The shape is not much different from the selected unit. It's a pity that this giant bone beast occupies 900 units. If the giant bone beast only occupies 1 unit, then I can continue to wake up the bones. Zhao Yuan responded angrily. Aren't you content? You still want to get bugs. If the bone monster only occupies a single digit, wouldn't it be an SSS level skill? This bone monster is 2 meters higher than the city wall, and the huge bone wings are bigger than the Baron himself, full of oppression. This giant beast looks more terrifying than the lord creatures encountered in the wild. The leader of the Huahu organization was shocked. Compared to them, my C-level skills are simply rubbish. Don't take out the word. Simply, we are all rubbish. Wang Muhe said helplessly. Since it is a friendly unit, you can directly view the attributes. Baron Bone Behemoth. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 14. Skills. Vampire, Shackle of Darkness, Bat Clone. Introduction. A genuine lord creature, except for its weak defense, has no flaws. A lord creature of level 14. The ordinary players exclaimed. This is 4 levels higher than the boos in the village dungeon. Not only the players, but also the NPCs were extremely shocked, and their morale was soaring. With this kind of friendly unit, even a tethered dog can win. Zhang Wen controlled the giant beast Baron, smashed it directly into the battlefield, and instantly killed dozens of monsters with a single sweep. This is just a normal attack, and the release of skills is even more terrifying. Excellent. This is too cool. Zhang Wen excitedly sent a private message to Zhao Yuan. At the same time, a large number of monsters climbed onto the body of the giant Baron beast and gnawed on it continuously. Zhang Wen controlled the giant beast to wave its bone wings and rise into the air. Zhao Yuan, don't be careless. If such a giant beast is submerged by the tide of monsters, ordinary bones don't feel bad. If the skeleton of the Blood Baron is killed, it will be a big loss. 7K Wen Xiao. Don't worry, I'm sure. Zhang Wen responded with a smile. What's more, Yun Ning's halo is shrouded. The skill range of ordinary healing players is not enough, and the range of Yun Ning's halo is too far. Zhao Yuan, wait for me to slaughter the third wave of boos for you, and you will have 3 brand new Lord level bones. Zhang Wen also reacted, yes, I almost forgot about this. However, my giant white bone beast looks strong, but it is no match for you at all. You forced to taunt, add SSS level anti-armor, this giant beast has to be scrapped. The higher the attack attribute, the more terrifying your anti-armor skills are. Sure enough, the SSS level skills are really awesome. Then Yun Ning also burst out with a brilliant golden light, and she was upgraded to level 10. Auxiliary players will get assists and can share experience when they participate in the battle. The entire battlefield is shrouded in her halo, and the shared experience is a lot. At this time, 3 options appeared in front of her. Option 1. Back to the blue halo. Option 2. Ice Dragon. Option 3. Magic Resist Aura. Ice Dragon is an active spell skill, which can condense a dragon-shaped ice sculpture, which can not only cause damage, but also shape the terrain and block the enemy. The Magic Recovery Aura is similar to the Magic Resistance Aura, both of which are large-scale augmentation skills. Yunning chose the Returning Aura, because after she turned on the halo, she would consume mana per second. With the Rejuvenating Halo, she could even be self-sufficient, and finally achieved a situation where all auras were permanently turned on, and the magic value would not decline. And the magic recovery attribute is more rigid than magic resistance. Whether it is Zhao Yuan or Zhang Wen, they have reached the stage where they need to use magic recovery potion. The skill level is too high, resulting in an increase in the magic value consumed after the release. Player Yun Ning got the SS level, Returning Magic Halo. Returning Magic Aura LV1 SS level, after opening, with self as the center, friendly units within 500 meters restore 20 magic points per second. It turned out to be an SS level Magic Returning Halo. Yun Ning's first 2 Halo skills were only S level. The SS level Magic Returning Halo is only level 1, and it has a range of 500 meters, with 20 magic returning points per second. After the level is increased, it is more terrifying than the previous 2 S-level auras. Yun Ning activated the SS level Magic Returning Halo, and a faint blue halo spread out around her with her as the center. It's only a first-level Magic Returning Halo, and its coverage is naturally not as large as the first 2 halos, but it is enough to cover all players and NPCs. Zhao Yuan immediately found out that he had a booster buff on his body. Repelling Aura. Repel 20 points per second. This is Yun Ning's third skill. Sure enough, the route she takes is a pure aura assistant, but she lacks self-protection ability. But Zhang Wen and I can protect her perfectly. Quan Yin also noticed the power of this magic halo. Returning 20 magic points per second, you don't need to drink potions. You must know that this is only a first-level aura. If the level is improved, then it's worth it. Wang Muhe also sighed. Unfortunately, Yun Ning, Zhang Wen, and Zhao Yuan are in the same team. Our level is not enough to watch. With the bonus of the magic halo, the output frequency of the back row is higher, and various spells and enhanced arrows can be released multiple times. The number of times that healers can release healing skills has also increased, and the output of melee players has also increased significantly. Zhang Wen sent a private message to Zhao Yuan. After I was formed as a giant beast of bones, it turned out that my own magic points were consumed by releasing my skills. With Yuning's magic returning halo, my bone beast can become stronger. It's okay for me, I only have the active skill of taunting with my knife, but with the magic halo, it's really much more comfortable. Zhao Yuan responded. At this time, the number 403 Novice Village had completely collapsed, the city wall collapsed, and countless beasts rushed into the village. Players are torn to pieces, and the real pain fills the place with desperate wailing. NPCs were also slaughtered, fierce beasts crossed the border like a tide, and no. 403 Novice Village was completely destroyed. There were no more living people, and the buildings collapsed into ruins. At this time, Huang Xian had fled into the wilderness, silently waiting for the end of the monster attack. Regional announcement. Number 403 Novice Village has been destroyed. The safety zone is invalid, and the teleportation point is closed. No, 403 Novice Village was breached. It's not surprising. The punishment for losing a bet is severe. Zhao Yuan murmured. The 100 novice villages that encountered the Cataclysm have received this regional announcement, and they are still struggling against the impact of monsters attacking the village. After another 3 hours, the sky gradually darkened, and the second wave of monsters attacked the stronghold near the end. The difficulty of this second wave lies in the increase in the proportion of elite monsters, as well as the addition of flying creatures and long-range attacking beasts. Flying creatures can bypass the shield to defend the player and directly attack the back row, while long-range attacking beasts can also directly hit the back row. And Zhao Yuan alone can offset these difficulties. His SSS level anti-armor, the most favorite encounter is the long-range attack monster, Crazy Counter Injury. In this second wave of monsters attacking the village, no player died in number. 401 Novice Village. And under the effect of Yun Ning's halo, there are almost no cases of serious injuries or loss of combat power. Regional announcement. The second wave of monsters attacking the village is over, and the third wave will arrive in 1 hour. Players, please get ready. It's finally over. Even with a top-level tank like Zhao Yuan, I still feel extremely tired. Kuan Yin heaved a sigh of relief. After fighting for a full 13 hours, the spirit has been tense. Even we here are so exhausted. Isn't it true that the other Shinsho villages are directly exhausted? Wang Muhei said, it's already a miracle that we didn't die a single person in the 2 waves. Among the other Shinsho villages, although only village 403 was destroyed, the rest of the villages must have suffered heavy losses. I think in this last wave, 80% of the villages will be destroyed, and there is no escape. The captain of the Huahu organization also rejoiced. With these 3 top experts, we can all survive to the end, and we can exchange points for extraordinarily generous rewards. I'm already looking forward to it. Ordinary players and NPC guards are also full of excitement. Although they are physically exhausted, they are full of anticipation. Finish the monster attack early and get rewards sooner. It's already entering the night state, and the monster's attributes are doubled. Zhao Yuan should be able to withstand it, right? A level 9 archer talked to his teammates. That must be. With Zhao Yuan, we can pass the third wave perfectly without killing anyone. The rewards exchanged for the battlefield points are so rich that you can't imagine. It is written in the guide on the forum that the survival rate of monsters attacking villages is 25%, that is, out of 100 novice villages, 75 will be trampled down by fierce beasts. With such a cruel chance of survival, if you survive in the end, the reward you get may be even more exaggerated than the Wasteland dungeon. Of course, it depends on the number of battlefield points. At our level, the final battlefield points are only a few dozen points, but it is enough for us to improve our combat power. Many players also sent Zhao Yuan friend requests, but Zhao Yuan did not agree. In the cruel and real Doomsday game, the most important thing is to save your life, and the second is the output. A top tank player like Zhao Yuan is really priceless. Zhao Yuan set up a group chat with friends, and brought Zhang Wen and Yun Ning in, and the 3 of them could talk freely. Zhang Wen, Yunning, your magic aura is too strong this time, we brothers will protect you in the future, just turn on the aura at the back. Yun Ning, originally, I was still considering whether to choose a few output skills and life-saving skills, but after meeting you and Zhao Yuan, I can choose to become a pure Halo ability user. You don't need to consider life-saving and output. In the future, I will choose aura for all my skills. At this time, the battlefield points ranking is as follows. First, Zhao Yuan 1562 points. Second, Zhang Wen 962 points. Third, Yun Ning 563 points. Fourth, Quan Yun 491 points. Fifth, Wang Muhei 336 points. Battle tips. Kill a level 13 elite wild boar, get 265 experience points, get 291 experience points, get 305 experience points. Killing the target triggers the talent, billion times proficiency, the current acquisition multiplier is 6.5 times. SSS level anti-armor gains 9,653 proficiency points asterisk 6.5 times and the level is raised to level 35. SS's level knife drawing taunt gains 6,532 proficiency points asterisk 6.5 times and the level is raised to level 30. The SSS level madman gains 6,163 proficiency points asterisk 6.5 times and the level is raised to level 15. The current property panel of Zhao Yuan is Zhao Yuan. Level LV10 65% 100%. Health 100%. Mana 100%. Strength 65. Constitution 65. Agility 65. Intelligence 65. Talent Eternal Blessing unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of times of proficiency unique. The skill will cancel the level cap and can be upgraded without restrictions. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the multiplier of proficiency. Current proficiency multiplier 6.5 times. Cornerstone ability Anti-armor LV40 SSS level passively provides high physical defense and magic defense. When receiving damage, it reflects real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacker. Outlaw LV15 SSS level passively provides 45,000 health points, recovers 0.7% of the upper limit of health value per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill Draw a knife and taunt LV35 SSS level passively increase the monster's hatred value. After the active release, charge forward for a distance, and apply a taunting effect to the enemy at 700 meters for 20 seconds. Backpack Oak shield white iron armor white bronze boots +4 green bronze bracers green iron hammer white level 1 enhancement stone 12. Copper coins 13W. Magic weapon green jade lotus terrace LV6 white. The rest of the panels are not yet unlocked. Level 30 players have difficulty breaking through the attribute of 10,000 blood. Zhao Yuan's level 15 fanatic has already added 45,000 HP. Coupled with a 700-meter range and a 20-second forced taunt, the route that Zhao Yuan is going to take has already taken shape. Yun Ning is going in the pure Halo assist direction, Zhang Wen is going the Bone Mage flow, and Zhao Yuan is going the ultimate meat shield flow. With a top-level meat shield, many dungeons, secret realms, and disasters will become easier. The existence of Zhao Yuan is more popular than Yun Ning. Of course, Zhao Yuan has no plans to join the guild. During the rest, a small number of players with broken arms and damaged internal organs slowly recovered under Yun Ning's S-level blood recovery halo. Damage to the internal organs of the body is also a serious injury. The low-level treatment effect can only increase blood, and cannot treat the organs. Zhao Yuan bought a steaming pancake fruit from the system mall. After playing for 13 hours, he was really hungry. Most of the players were eating food at this time, silently waiting for the last wave of monsters to attack the village. Yun Ning ate the steaming meat buns and said in the group chat of teammates, "I saw some strategies on the forum, the rewards of battlefield points, and you can choose what category it is. Such as equipment, potions, gems, copper coins. It all depends on individual needs." Zhao Yuan. This feeling is good, I don't know and I don't have a skill book. Zhang Wen. Skill books are the most precious kind of resources, and they are basically impossible to appear in battles below level 30. Zhao Yuan. By the way, since we are all teammates, we should be familiar with each other's skills in order to have better cooperation. Zhao Yuan first posted his 3 SSS level skill attribute maps in the group chat of his teammates. Wow, SSS level anti-armor, SSS level taunting, SSS level madman. And the level of the skill is very high. You must know that the skill is level 100. Yun Ning exclaimed. Then Zhang Wen also posted his 3 skill attribute maps in the group chat. S-level magic power enhancement, S-level summoning bones, SS-level bone monsters. Are you going to the Necromancer stream? Yun Ning also posted her skill attribute map in the group chat. The S-level blood recovery aura, the S-level blood volume aura, and the SS-level recovery aura. Zhang Wen said, "No, I should be regarded as a relatively rare white bone stream mage. The Necromancer controls corpses. I am borrowing the power of corpses." The village chief came to Zhao Yuan and asked, "In the dark state, the attributes of monsters will be doubled. In this last wave, there will be Lord creatures. Don't worry, although I alone can resist the Lord creature, don't forget that I still have 2 teammates." Zhao Yuan laughed. "They will help me share the pressure. Besides, in the state of night, these fierce beasts can finally break through my defense, otherwise I won't be able to use the newly learned skills. That's good, that's good. The village chief smiled with a down-to-earth mood. An hour passed in a hurry, and Zhao Yuan didn't even feel the passage of time. Then I heard the area announcement sound. The third wave of monster attack is coming, players please get ready. Warn. In the state of night, all attributes of the beast are doubled. Warn. The Lord creatures are coming. The warnings from the regional announcements seemed to be the urging signs for the 99 Shinsho villages. Zhao Yuan still jumped off the city wall alone. It was completely dark at this time, and a torch was erected on the city wall to disperse the surrounding darkness. The first thing he saw were 3 tall figures, bigger than the giant white bone beast, followed by a wave of more ferocious beasts than the previous 2 waves. It can be clearly seen that these ferocious beasts have completely fallen into a rage in the dark night state, their eyes are red, their size has increased, and they have become more and more tyrannical. The 3 tall figures were 3 Lord-level bosses, walking behind the tide of ferocious beasts. Orc Shaman. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 14. Strength. 200. Constitution. 200. Dexterity. 100. Intelligence. 300. Skills. Drumming, Group Healing. Introduction. The Shaman of the Orc race has the ability to invigorate range units. 6-armed green ghost. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 14. Strength. 300. Constitution. 260. Agility. 300. Intelligence. 100. Skills. Charge, Whirlwind. Introduction. A ghost creature with 6 arms, not afraid of death, a natural meat grinder on the battlefield. Goblin Wizard. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 14. Strength. 100. Constitution. 160. Agility. 160. Intelligence. 360. Skills. Rain of Fire, Wind. Introduction. A rare goblin creature with super high magical talent, which can easily destroy village-level buildings. The 3 14th level Lord creatures brought a heavy sense of oppression, all of which were 7 meters high, and there were tied like ordinary beasts under their feet. Zhao Yuan also didn't have a second active skill, so he turned on the sword-drawing taunt, directly bumped into it, and forcibly taunted a large number of monsters. Zhang Wen's giant white bone beast was also under the city wall, with its huge bone wings spread out, not losing to the opposite boos. All the players and NPCs present were shrouded by Yun Ning's 3 auras, and the long-distance output team fired wildly at this time. In an instant, Zhao Yuan encountered countless attacks, especially long-range attacks, which hit him overwhelmingly. In the last wave of ferocious beasts, there were many long-range attacking monsters. At the same time, the long-range attacks of the player team behind him also smashed around Zhao Yuan in a chaotic manner. Battle tips. When attacked by a level 14 Goblin Archer, 0 points of HP will be reduced, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 965 points of real damage. Boom, boom, boom. The Orc Shaman used the skill, beating the drum, to cheer up all the beasts and significantly increase the speed of the monsters. At the same time, the Fire Rain of the Boo's Goblin Wizard was released, forming a crimson magic circle above Zhao Yuan's head, and a large number of fireballs fell from it. Zhao Yuan was covered in fire rain, and his blood volume began to decline. Battle tips. Suffering damage from the Fire Rain skill of the 14th level Lord Creature Goblin Great Wizard, reducing 600 points of life, reducing 552 points of life, reducing 632 points of life. Trigger SSS level anti-armor, causing 2,635 points of real damage, causing 3,212 points of real damage, causing. This wave of fire rain skills caused Zhao Yuan's blood bar to start to decline, and every fireball landed caused huge damage, reducing Zhao Yuan's blood volume by 1%. But at the same time, the SSS level anti-armor was triggered many times, and the blood bar of the Boo's Goblin Wizard was instantly reduced by 1/3, and the players behind were stunned. And the lost blood volume was instantly filled up under the passive effect of the Lunatic and Yun Ning's blood recovery halo. The health bar of this mage Boo's has been reduced by 1/3. You must know that this is a Boo's creature. It takes hundreds of players to output madly for 3 hours before it can run out of blood. Kuan Yin sliced open a monster's abdomen with a sword, allowing the monster's organs to flow continuously from it. Although this is a mage-type booze with relatively low blood volume, it's too exaggerated. Wang Muhe said, I understand, the higher the attack power of the attacker, the more terrifying the effect of retaliation. That is to say, the time Zhao Yuan needs to fight booze is not much different from that of ordinary monsters. It's nothing more than the difference between 1 minute and 5 minutes. And we fight booze, a team of hundreds of people, and fight for hours before we can use the lives of players to kill one player. Then the warrior boo's 6-armed green ghost started charging and rammed into Zhao Yuan. Each of the 6 arms held a bronze sharp knife, slashing wildly at Zhao Yuan. Ping 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 ping. Zhao Yuan raised the shield in front of his face, his blood volume dropped, and he could feel some slight pain. Battle tips. When suffering from the charge and whirlwind skills of the LV-14 Lord Creature 6-armed green ghost, the life value is reduced by 6%. Trigger SSS level anti-armor, causing 2,365 points of real damage, causing 1963 points of real damage, causing. Zhao Yuan's lost health quickly returned to full, but the 6-armed green ghost's health continued to decrease under the effect of retaliation. Finally, feel a little bit of pain for melee players, and you will really feel pain when you get hurt. If a normal person breaks an arm, he might faint from the pain. The 3 boos also have their own intelligence, but Zhao Yuan's forced taunt is too disgusting. Even if boos wanted to pass Zhao Yuan without touching him as a hedgehog, he couldn't do it at all. The 20-second taunting effect made all the monsters within the range attack him, and they couldn't even stop. Kuan Yin said in the Wartime channel, even the Lord Boos in the Dark Knight state can only destroy Zhao Yuan's blood, and he can consume all of Boo's blood bars by himself. It's hard for us to lose. Everyone pays attention to the reasonable coordination of skills. How many battlefield points you can earn depends on your own abilities. The players were so excited, it was not too easy to hang out with Zhao Yuan, blocking tens of thousands of monsters and 3 bosses by himself. And still in the state of night, Zhao Yuan doesn't even need other people to output boos, his own counter injury is enough. The orc shaman uses group healing skills to restore the blood volume of the other 2 boos and the monsters in the range. The orc shaman was far away, and Zhao Yuan couldn't taunt it, so Zhang Wen controlled the giant bone beast and flew directly to the orc shaman behind the enemy, releasing dark shackles and blood-sucking skills on hit. The mage boos and the warrior boos wanted to rescue the orc shaman, but Zhao Yuan taunted again with a drawn sword, a super large-scale forced effect. 7. Let the 2 boos have to attack him with all their strength, and then be hit hard by the SSS level counter injury. Zhao Yuan even saw a few grenades, which exploded around him, and the shattered shrapnel splashed wildly, which was more powerful than ordinary spell skills. This is the item of the player who uses the hot weapon in the player's team. The monster that Zhao Yuan couldn't taunt rushed to the rear and was blocked by the shield defense player and the melee player. For a time, basketball-sized fireballs, blade-like wind blades, hundreds of arrows, and bullets that could not be caught by the naked eye all roared on the battlefield, weaving a sonata of victory and survival. As for the other novice villages, without top players, they are at risk in the 3rd wave of monsters attacking the village in the Dark Night. Many villages have become ruins, and a huge tide of beasts has flooded the villages, eating players and NPCs one after another. Regional announcement. Number 500 Xinshang Village was destroyed, number 496 Xinshang Village was destroyed, and no. 413 Xinshang Village was destroyed. It only took Zhao Yuan half an hour to kill the mage boos and the warrior boos. These 2 boos are not low in intelligence. After Zhao Yuan's taunting ended, they both chose to attack the players in the rear. But driven by the Doomsday game, they can't escape, they can only die. In the end, he was counter-injured plus ridiculed by Zhao Yuan's, and his blood was pierced by real damage. Battle tip. Players kill level 14 Lord Boos to gain 9,685 experience points. Gain 8,563 experience points. The current experience value has been capped. After 1 turn, subsequent upgrades can be performed. Zhao Yuan's experience value is already 100% of level 10, and he can instantly upgrade to level 11 after 1 turn. And the orc shaman was also killed by Zhang Wen's bone behemoth, and Zhang Wen directly used the S-level bone summoning skill. During the battle, a large amount of skill proficiency was obtained. After the skill level was increased, the upper limit of summoning bones was increased to 1,000 units. So Zhang Wen used his skills directly on the corpses of the three boos. Click, click, the sound of flesh being torn came, and 3 level 14 Lord-level bones crawled out of the corpse. One held a bone cane, the other also had 6 bone arms, and the other carried a human skin drum before his death. The scalps of the players were numb. Zhang Wen summoned the bones of the 3 boos. Can't the bones of these 3 boos be pieced together on a giant beast of bones? This is too perverted, isn't it? With Zhao Yuan helping him kill boos, he can easily collect high-quality bones, and his strength will become stronger and stronger. Zhang Wen used the SS level, white bone creature, again to fuse more than 100 ordinary unit white bones and 3 lord-level white bones into the white bone behemoth. At the same time, the main unit Zhang Wen chose was the corpse of the 6-armed blue ghost. In just a few seconds, a more terrifying 6-armed white bone appeared in front of everyone, each arm holding a bronze-sharp knife. 2 cloudy green flames rose up in the eye sockets, and everyone hurriedly checked the attributes of this giant white-boned beast. Bone behemoth, 6 arms. Quality: Lord. Level: LV 20. Strength: 400. Constitution: 300. Agility: 300. Intelligence: 100. Skills: Charge, Whirlwind. Introduction. With the 6-armed green ghost as the core, a giant beast formed by thousands of bones. This terrifying attribute. You must know that the attributes of boosts are doubled in the dark state. The attributes of this giant beast of bones even exceed the boos in the dark state. Quan Yin envied. Wang Muhe looked at the remaining beasts, but this white-boned beast has no chance of winning against Zhao Yuan. His anti-armor is based on the attacker's attack attribute. And there is a forced taunting skill. I know that Zhao Yuan has anti-armor, but I just can't control myself and must attack him. Once the 3 boos die, the rest of the ordinary monsters can only become the battlefield points of everyone. After fighting until the sky turned white, the third wave of monsters attacking the village finally ended. Several players were seriously injured, but no one died. And the seriously injured player is also recovering continuously under Yun Ning's halo. Regional announcement. The Cataclysm event is over. This time the monsters attacked the village, destroyed 82 novice villages, and the battlefield reward points are being distributed. Zhao Yuan checked his own combat tips. The player's current experience value is capped. Please complete 1 turn as soon as possible to continue to obtain experience value. Kill the target and trigger the talent. Hundreds of millions of times the proficiency. The current multiplier is 8.0 times. SS's level anti-armor gains 10,863 skill proficiency points *8.0 times, and the level is raised to LV 47. SS's draws a knife and taunts to obtain a skill proficiency of 5,632 points *8.0 times, and the level is increased to LV 40. The SSS level fanatic gains skill proficiency 4,523 points *8.0 times, and the level is raised to LV 25. The player kills the Lord creature 2 and gets 200 battlefield points. The current battlefield points are 3,652 points. Zhao Yuan's combat power is basically 3 SSS level skills. At this time, the talent, hundreds of millions of times the proficiency, can already make Zhao Yuan gain 8 times the proficiency. That is to say, every time you get 1 skill proficiency point, it is equivalent to getting 8 points. The improvement of 3 SSS level skills made Zhao Yuan's combat power soar, and he could break through the achievement of 100,000 blood immediately. A level 25 fanatic provides 75,000 HP, while an average player can barely reach 10,000 HP after reaching level 30, and it takes a lot of time to go from 10,000 HP to 20,000 HP. The current battlefield standings are: first, Zhao Yuan 3,562 points. Second, Zhang Wen 2,152 points. Third, Yunning 1,236 points. Fourth, Quan Yin 963 points. Fifth, Wang Muhe 652 points. Regional announcement. Battlefield points have been redeemed for rewards, please choose by yourself. Zhao Yuan was also excited. After working so hard for so long, there was no reward except for experience points and proficiency. Isn't it the last moment he was waiting for? Zhao Yuan watched all his battlefield points consumed, and finally formed several options in front of him. Option 1. Fashion. Option 2. Equipment. Option 3. Attribute points. Option 4. Guild order. Option 5. Gems. Option 6. Copper coins. Players can choose from 4 items. 6 rewards, choose 4 by yourself. This is very comfortable. What is this fashion? The guild made Zhao Yuan understand that it was the props needed to establish the guild. Zhao Yuan first ruled out attribute points, because his combat power was already very high, and the effect of increasing attribute points was not obvious. As for gems, it can be considered as an option, but Zhao Yuan prefers hard currency copper coins. Almost every player is a poor ghost. No matter if millions or tens of millions of copper coins are thrown down, there will be no splash. After thinking for a long time, Zhao Yuan excluded gems and attribute point rewards and chose the other 4. Congratulations to the player for getting a set of white clothing, a set of green equipment, Guild Order 1, and 100 W copper coins. At this time, all the players were checking their rewards, and they couldn't hide their smiles. Zhao Yuan also immediately opened his backpack to check the 4 rewards he had obtained. Bull fashion. Quality. White. Category. 3-piece fashion. Wearing requirements. LV10. Effect 1. Blood regeneration plus 60. Effect 2. Maximum blood volume plus 4000. Effect 3. Actively open. Gain super body effect for 5 seconds. With a simple glance, Zhao Yuan understood what the fashion setting is. In fact, it is a skin with attributes. It can be overlaid on your own equipment to give the equipment a layer of gorgeous decoration. A 3-piece outfit is equivalent to having 3 more pieces of equipment than the average player, and fashion does not count for equipment. The 3-piece costume has 3 effects. Each time one is collected, one can be triggered. More advanced fashion will have 4-piece suits, 5-piece suits. This set of white bull costumes has a gray main body color. After wearing it, it is much more gorgeous and exquisite than ordinary green equipment. In addition, the last special effect of the barbarian costume can give Zhao Yuan a 5-second super body effect, which can ignore control skills. This is of great significance to Zhao Yuan. Although he is fleshy now, he has no resistance to control skills. Zhao Yuan immediately put on the barbarian cow costume, his attributes sword, and then began to check the green set of equipment. There are a total of 9 vacancies in the equipment column in the Doomsday game, which are weapons, offhand weapons, helmets, breastplates, shoulder pads, gauntlets, belts, leggings, and boots. And accessory is not in the equipment column. It belongs to the same as fashion. It is divided separately. So Zhao Yuan got a set of green equipment with a quantity of 9. Wilderness suit. Quality. Green. Quantity. 9. Wearing requirements. LV10. Attributes. Zhao Yuan took off all the spare parts on his body, and put on a green equipment with LV10. The 9 equipment slots were filled, and the attributes soared again. There is also a big gap in attributes between LV5 green equipment and LV10 green equipment. Zhao Yuan felt that he was complete. The 9 equipment slots were filled, and he also had a set of bull fashion. Then there is the guild order, which is a special item for establishing a first-level guild, and finally 100 W copper coins. The weapon in the wilderness suit is a one-handed knife, and the offhand weapon is a one-handed shield. He is dressed in armor and is extremely majestic. And Zhang Wen and Yun Ning also received their own rewards, and their equipment was updated, no longer patched together. Zhang Wen said in the team chat, "Let's teleport to the town. I want to complete a turn. A turn can greatly increase the player's attribute points." Yun Ning also added, "After one turn, players will get attribute points with different proportions according to their own emphasis. For example, I am an auxiliary player. After one turn, I can get a lot of intelligence attribute points and physical attribute points. Warrior players can get a lot of strength attributes and agility attributes after one turn. And from then on, every time you level up, the attribute points you get will also change, instead of +5 for all attributes." Zhao Yuan saw that the village head and the captains of the 3 major organizations all wanted to talk to him, but Zhao Yuan didn't want to waste time. After a simple response, he took the two of them to the teleportation point of the village and chose a place called Qingyan Town. After 3 seconds of teleportation time, the three of them appeared in the vast Qingyan Town, which was more than 10 times more prosperous than the village. There are a lot of people, whether they are NPCs or players, they can be seen everywhere on the street, most of them go together. The magnificence of the building is not comparable to that of the village, with a total population of more than 400,000, and Zhaoyuan feels a little noisy because there are many shops on both sides of the street. Whether it's equipment shops, snack shops, pharmacies, auction houses, Qingyan Town bulletin boards, players' private buildings, and Qingyan Town's official buildings, they all stand in succession. Now Zhaoyuan's properties panel is: Name, Zhaoyuan. Level, LV10 100%, 100%. Health, 100%. Mana, 100%. Strength, 65. Constitution, 65. Agility, 65. Intelligence, 65. Talent, Eternal Blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap and can be upgraded without limit. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the proficiency acquisition multiple, current proficiency multiple, 8.0 times. Cornerstone ability. Anti-armor LV47, SSS level, passively provide high physical defense and magic defense. When suffering damage, reflect the real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacking party. Madman LV25, SSS level, passively provides 75,000 health points, restores 1% of the upper limit of health per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cool down for 24 hours. Skill. Draw a knife and taunt LV40, SSS level, passively increase the hatred value of the monster. After the active release, charge forward for a certain distance, and apply the taunt effect to the enemy 900 meters away, which lasts for 25 seconds. Backpack. Oak shield, white iron armor, white bronze boots +4, green bronze bracers, green hammer, white level 1 strengthening stone 12, wilderness set, green guild order *1. Copper coin, 120W. Magic weapon, green jade lotus terrace LV6 white. Costume, bull costume white. The rest of the panels are not yet unlocked. Yun Ning said, just now I checked in the trading channel, the price of a guild order is 2 billion copper coins. 2 billion, this thing is too valuable. Zhang Wen's eyes were shining. Just now, the three of them had shared their battlefield point rewards with each other. Zhang Wen got attribute points, equipment, and gems, and Yun Ning got equipment, copper coins, and attribute points. The fashion and guild orders are exclusive options for Zhaoyuan. Zhaoyuan bought a map of Qingyan Town in the nearest store, and spent 100 copper coins. There were only approximate markings and graded areas in the field. We need to go to the job transfer hall and make a transfer, right here. Yun Ning pointed to the map and said. At the same time, in Novice Village number 401, all the players were still immersed in the joy of survival and generous rewards. A player with ordinary facial features opened the communication channel and sent a video of Zhaoyuan to the player named Tujun. I have already found the genius of Shinsho Village number 401. Rather than saying that I found it, it is better to say that the entire Shinsho village has witnessed his strength. Tujun quickly replied, what's the name and location? I need 6 pieces of green equipment and potions to increase attribute points. Tujun. A name and a place, you want so many resources. The player with ordinary facial features chose to teleport to Qingyan Town, and responded with a smile, you have also watched the video. These are 3 geniuses. If they grow up, they will even become the top powerhouses of Sha Kingdom in the future. The coordinates and names of the 3 geniuses are completely reasonable in exchange for these resources. Okay, I sent you the resources by email, and the information is here. Tujun said with a raised corner of his mouth. Lu Qingjun also teleported to Qingyan Town, because the teleportation point of the village can only teleport to the nearest town, that is, there is only one option. Lu Qingjun sent the names and coordinates of the 3 of Zhaoyuan, Yun Ning's halo effect, and Zhang Wen's bone monster attribute table to Tujun. Tujun was all smiles, delighted that his long-term work had finally paid off. Takuma. I said, you don't plan to sign a system agreement with us. Under the system notarization, neither party can violate the content of the agreement. As long as you sign the system agreement, you will gain the absolute trust of our Sakura kingdom, and we will build you into a first-class powerhouse. Liu Qingjun responded. I'm waiting to see if you have the energy to assassinate Sha Guoshan in the transnational region and inherit his SSS level skills. If you are really that powerful, then I will naturally choose to sign a system agreement with you. Takuma. Under the limitations of the system, it is indeed difficult to teleport across regions, and players above level 30 cannot enter towns. But our killer will definitely be able to complete the task and kill Sha Guoshan at the initial stage, just wait and see. Liu Qingjun received the resources sent by email and strengthened himself. The three of Zhao Yuan came to the job transfer hall, and there were quite a lot of people here, Yun Ning said. We need to find a career-changing tutor to receive the corresponding task. There are many job transfer instructors in the hall, both male and female. Zhao Yuan randomly found a middle-aged male NPC, whose level was displayed as level 20. Zhao Yuan, the three of us want to receive the first-rank mission. Job change tutor. One job transfer is very simple, but there is also the possibility of death. You only need to pass a job transfer secret realm to obtain the corresponding certificate. The difficulty of the secret realm is up to you to choose, divided into 5 levels: normal, elite, difficult, nightmare, and hell. The higher the difficulty of the secret realm, the more attribute points you will get after clearing the level. This is one of the few ways you can get attribute points besides leveling up. If you form a team of 3, the difficulty of transferring to the secret realm will also increase. Finally, the career change instructor pointed to the door at the end of the hall. Through this door, you can enter the secret realm of job change. After the 3 of them entered the door at the end of the hall, 5 difficulty options appeared in front of them. Zhang Wen said, ordinary players will choose the elite level, which is safer, can get considerable attribute points, and the difficulty of the secret realm is not too high. But players with good strength will choose a difficult level secret realm. How should we choose? Zhao Yuan said, hell level. Our strength is enough to pass the hell level. Yun Ning originally wanted to say that he should be more cautious, because the highest difficulty level of hell is likely to cause players to die in it. But she thought of Zhao Yuan's 3 SSS level skills, plus a suit of equipment, so she didn't refute. Zhang Wen. Okay, hell level, otherwise the difficulty is too low. Zhao Yuan doesn't feel it at all, his blood volume has never been lower than 50%, and there is no challenge at all. As the team leader, Zhao Yuan chose the 5th level of difficulty, hell level. Then the 3 of them were teleported to the secret realm. A tall stone sculpture appeared in front of everyone, and the sculpture began to come to life gradually, with blood-red light permeating the eyes. Gargoyle. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 25. Strength. 600. Constitution. 700. Agility. 50. Intelligence. 50. Skills. Stone statue, smashing. Introduction. The creature in the hell level transfer secret realm has an indestructible body and the power to shake the earth. 700 points of physique and 600 points of strength are indeed hell level difficulty. Zhang Wen summoned his own 6-armed bone and attacked it. The level 25 lord creature, whether it is equipment or monsters, will have a significant improvement every 5 levels. Yun Ning turned on 3 halos and ran to the corner of the secret realm. If I was punched by a level 25 gargoyle, I might be instantly killed. Yunning added. 3 halos of blood recovery, blood volume, and magic recovery shrouded Zhao Yuan's body. After the monster attacked the stronghold, the levels of these 3 halo skills were all improved, and the effect was even more significant. The gargoyle's stone statue skill is a passive effect, that is, its body is a hard rock, which is immune to most damage. Smash is obviously an active attack skill. Zhang Wen controls the 6-armed bones and uses the charge plus whirlwind skills. Dazzling sparks cut out from the gargoyle's body. But the gargoyle's body was only chipped off with some stone chips, and the blood bar basically didn't drop. So hard, my 6 arms and white bones can't even break through the defense. Zhang Wen was surprised. The gargoyle used the smashing skill and slammed its arms on the ground heavily, shaking the secret realm, and Zhang Wen and Yun Ning fell into a state of dizziness. 1 second before being stunned, Zhao Yuan turned on the sword drawing taunt, relying on the characteristics of the skill, he was exempted from a control. Boom! Zhao Yuan was attacked by the gargoyle head-on, and he flew upside down, with his blood volume reduced by 6%. Battle reminder. When attacked by a 25th level Lord Creature Stone Golem, the blood volume is reduced by 6%, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 8,652 points of real damage. Puff. 7k Wen Gua. A large piece of rock was cut off from the gargoyle's body in an instant, and its health bar was reduced by 1/10. Nice. Zhao Yuan counterattacks the true damage, and is the most resistant to this kind of defensive abnormal enemy. It doesn't matter whether you are rock or steel, you have to fall in front of the real damage. Zhang Wen said excitedly. Yun Ning also said in the group chat channel. Besides, Zhao Yuan only lost 6% of his blood volume when he was attacked by a gargoyle, and he can recover in a few seconds under the cover of his own Madman Recovery and My Aura. Quote. As long as it is a monster that Zhao Yuan can resist, he can easily kill it with retaliation. This time, the Hell-level Secret Realm seems to be stable. The combination of SSS level anti-armor plus SSS level taunt is unsolvable. Bone Giant Beast. Zhao Yuan selected the main unit as the skeleton of the Great Goblin Wizard, and re-released the SS level Bone Monster skill. A huge white bone with a handheld bone staff was formed by Patchwork. Rain of Fire. The Wild Wind. Zhang Wen's mana decreased crazily again, and the area damage of the two legal systems bombarded the gargoyle, and the damage was extremely considerable. It seems that the physical defense is very high, but the magic defense is average. I can't break through the defense with the 6-armed bone, but I can deal effective damage with the wizard's bone. With Yun Ning's magic recovery halo, I don't even need to think about drinking magic potions now. As long as I don't release skills like crazy, the magic recovery attribute is enough. The outcome of this battle was already doomed. Although the Lord Gargoyle at level 25 was very powerful, in the face of Zhao Yuan's real damage, his defense was as weak as a sheet of paper. If there is no real damage, even if Zhao Yuan can resist the monster's attack, it will take several hours to grind the monster's HP a little bit. Chapter 31. Click, click. Pieces of rock fell from the monster, and its blood volume was only 1/3 left. The body had lost an arm, and half of its body was shattered. But under Zhao Yuan's taunting with his sword, the golem can only attack Zhao Yuan frantically for a second, and the skill will be released immediately when it cools down. Battle tip. When attacked by the golem, HP will be reduced by 6%, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 9,653 true damage. 15 minutes later, the gargoyle completely collapsed and became a pile of fragments. The player kills the 25-level Lord Creature, the gargoyle, and gets the Hell level 1 turn certificate 3. This is a pitch-black nameplate with a scarlet abstract skull on the front, representing Hell level difficulty. A teleportation point appeared near the fragment of the golem, and 3 seconds later, everyone walked out of the door. Just choose to use this job transfer certificate. Zhao Yuan said. He chose to consume this certificate. A layer of blood-red light spots surrounded his body, and his own attributes changed. Congratulations to the player for a successful transfer. Consume the Hell level transfer certificate, and obtain 50 free attribute points. The player has been transferred successfully and obtained the title of Apprentice Knight. For each level, the physical attribute increases by 20 points, the strength attribute increases by 20 points, the agility attribute increases by 5 points, and the intelligence attribute increases by 5 points. The player has been upgraded to level 11, with plus 20 points in physique and strength, and 5 points in agility and intelligence. Yun Ning said, after one turn, for every level 1 increase, my intelligence and physique will increase by 15 points, and my agility and strength will still only increase by 5 points. Because I am an auxiliary root, intelligence and physical attributes are the most suitable for me. Zhang Wen. My intelligence attribute is plus 25 points per level, but the other 3 attributes are only plus 5 points. However, this Hell level transfer certificate directly gives 50 free attribute points, which is so cool. Zhao Yuan added all the 50 attribute points given by the Hell level transfer certificate to his physique. His current attributes are: Name, Zhao Yuan. Level, LV11, 0%, 100%. Health, 100%. Mana, 100%. Strength, 90. Constitution, 140. Agility, 70. Intelligence, 70. The combat power of the three has been significantly improved, and only hell-level credentials can provide so many free attribute points. Zhao Yuan said, when players enter the town, the first thing they do is to turn around to get an attribute boost, and the second thing is to complete the accessory task and unlock the first accessory slot. Yes, these are very basic forum strategies. Yun Ning echoed. Every time a player raises 10 levels, they can get an accessory bar. Each player's accessories are the same, but they can spend resources and improve unlimitedly. Every player's first accessory is a ring, and the additional attribute of the ring is attack power. Let's go. Zhao Yuan took the lead in leading the way. This Qingyan town looks prosperous and peaceful, but under the main tone of the Doomsday game, it is very likely that a sudden cataclysm event will destroy the entire town. We must improve our combat power as much as possible in order to protect ourselves. Zhang Wen carried his newly obtained level 10 green staff and said, to unlock the accessories bar, you need to find this art craftsman. Zhang Wen pointed to the markings on the map, and the accessories were all carefully crafted by him. There are 5 third-level guilds in Qingyan town, 3 of which are Shangui, Milan, and Huahu, and the remaining 2 are Yuxia and Linfan. In addition to these 5 third-level guilds, there are other small guilds, but their strength is very weak. Quan Yin, Wang Muhe and others who were teleported from Shinsho village number 401 to Qingyan town also found their own organization. Quan Yin was naturally the president who reported it to him immediately. He met a player with SSS level talent in Novice Village. Wu Fengbo said, is it really SSS level? Quan Yin said respectfully, there's nothing wrong, President, I have a recorded video, you can watch his performance for yourself, he is definitely an SSS level talent. And this Zhao Yuan has 2 powerful teammates, if we can recruit them to become members of our Charm Blue Guild. Then in Qingyan town, our Milan organization will be the dominant one, crushing the other 4 guilds, and becoming the strongest force. However, people from Huahu and Shangui Guild have also seen Zhao Yuan's strength, so they will definitely compete with us. Wu Fengbo said, based on what you know about Zhao Yuan, what do you think should be done? Quan Yin replied, I don't think Zhao Yuan will easily join any faction. SSS level talent must have his own pride and will not easily succumb to others. We try our best to make friends with Zhao Yuan, and at the same time find a way to recruit him and give us our conditions. Even if he doesn't agree to join our guild, it doesn't matter. Wu Fengbo replied, okay, then we will do as you said, show our kindness to Zhao Yuan, and don't provoke him. The members of Shangui and Huahu Guild also knew Zhao Yuan's information, and they all wanted to pull him into their guild. In this way, we can end the chaotic situation in Qingyan town and unify the entire town power. And just when Zhao Yuan and others found the artisan, Lu Qingjun appeared in the nearby area. He sent a message to Tujun, the plan of the 3 of Zhao Yuan is to carry out the task of unlocking the jewelry column, and the task of the jewelry column in Qingyan town is to escort the darts, which means that the 3 of them will go into the wilderness. Superior. Takuma, if you kill someone in a town, you will be hunted down by the NPC guards. Killing can only be carried out in the wilderness. Okay, I'll arrange for the killer to teleport across the region. Lu Qingjun finally said, Zhao Yuan acts cautiously. If an assassination fails, he will have a strong sense of alert. If you want to kill, solve it at once. Takuma, you don't need to say that. I will send an SSS level talent from our Sakura kingdom to assassinate Zhao Yuan, and he has reached level 26. His attributes are overwhelming and his talents are both SSS level. The most difficult thing about this Zhao Yuan is anti-armor plus taunting. Wearing a whole set of blood-sucking equipment can offset the damage of anti-armor. Lu Qingjun. In this way, Zhao Yuan is indeed doomed. His intelligence has been revealed too much. He was targeted and assassinated by us. There is no hope of surviving. The 3 of Zhao Yuan found the artisan and said, we are here to get the accessories. Artisan. It's not difficult to make jewelry, but the materials needed to make jewelry are in the Zijin mining area outside Qingyan town. And there will be monster attacks along the way. There is no teleportation point between the Zijin mining area and Qingyan town. You just need to escort a team of ore transporters to the mining area, and then return to Qingyan town safely, and I will be able to create accessories for you. Zhao Yuan responded. Okay, let's take over the task of escorting the convoy. 6 difficulty options appeared in front of Zhao Yuan. There are 6 difficulty levels: normal, elite, hard, nightmare, hell, and abyss. The gray-haired artisan continued. The higher the difficulty you choose, the higher the quality of minerals delivered by the convoy and the more monsters you will encounter along the way. However, after completing the task, the quality of the accessories obtained will be higher. Yun Ning wondered, isn't every player's accessories the same? Why is there a difference between high and low? The art craftsman saw that it was a young and sweet girl asking himself, and his tone became much more relaxed. Indeed, accessories are all objects that can grow indefinitely. They can cost copper coins and step-up stones to evolve continuously, from white to golden. 7. But this process costs too much copper coins and step-up stones. The more difficult it is for you to complete the task, I can help you create better accessories. I will save you a lot of resources and complete the escort task of hell level difficulty. I can help you create a top quality blue ring. And you have to use resources to stack the white ring to the blue quality, and the cost of copper will cost tens of millions, not to mention the step-up stone, which has a price but no market. But little girl, you'd better do what you can. Although high-quality accessories are rare, life is more precious. The difficulty is too high, and you may die on the way. Zhao Yuan said in the group chat of his teammates, the strength of the 3 of us, the hell level can definitely pass, but this highest abyss level may be dangerous. Zhang Wen said, we should also be able to pass the abyss level, right? Zhao Yuan's skills are incomprehensible. The more powerful creatures are in front of him, the faster they die. The reward of the hell level is a blue quality ring. After completing the abyss level, isn't it possible to get a purple ring? Yun Ning said, I think we should be more cautious. First of all, we are a team of 3, so the number of monsters encountered along the way will triple. And above the wilderness, it is possible to encounter wild boos, or even be attacked by other players. Killing a player can get the opponent's talent, copper coins, and equipment. It's a lucrative business. There are many players who specialize in hunting and killing players to get rich. Instead of choosing the risky abyss level, it is better to choose the hell level that is 100% passable. In this Doomsday game, survival is the first priority. Zhao Yuan thought for a moment and said in the group chat, just choose the abyss level difficulty, my strength is enough to face all the dangers that may be encountered. Okay, Yun Ning agreed, then choose abyss difficulty. After Zhao Yuan decided to choose abyss difficulty, the craftsman said solemnly, it's good for young people to have the courage, but this is undoubtedly a death sentence. I have no right to interfere with your own choice, but I still hope you will think about it again. Quote, if you decide, the carriage is already waiting for you at the east gate. At this time, it is already dark when the carriage arrives at the Zijin mining area. You need to stay in the mining area overnight and return the next day. The 3 rushed all the way to the east gate and saw an arena. That's the place where players compete. When we reach level 20, we can enter the arena anytime and anywhere, and we don't need to spend time going to the place. Yun Ning said. After winning the competition, you can get exclusive competition coins, and you can buy some extremely precious items. Such as wings, fashion, NPC characters in the guild. This clock text asked, Zhao Yuan, what do you plan to do with this guild? Is it exchanged for copper coins after the auction, or? Zhao Yuan replied, I want to build a guild myself. Zhao Yuan has 2 unique talents and is destined to become a top powerhouse. He is naturally unwilling to bow down to others. Others can become the guild leader, why can't he, Zhao Yuan, build a powerful guild from scratch? You want to use the guild order yourself. Yunning was a little surprised, but there are only 3 of us, and the entire Qingyan town has been divided up by the 5 guilds. If you want to poach people again, it will touch the interests of the other 5 guilds. This is a 3rd level guild, and the number of people is at least 3,000. Zhao Yuan responded, I want to build a guild of high-end players, the minimum requirement is S-level talent. In fact, I just want to form a team of strong people. Maybe there are only 10 or 20 people, but it is enough. During the casual conversation between the 3, they came to the East City Gate, where a team of carriages was already waiting for them. They are all made up of NPCs, with a total of 6 carriages, which can carry a lot of goods, and there are 10 escort swordsmen. They are all level 15 swordsman NPCs, that is, the combat power of small soldiers. If you make up the number of people, most of the monsters will have to be killed by Zhao Yuan. The captain of the escort team was a strong man with a beard and a black robe, holding a broad-bladed long knife. The captain said, "You are the ones responsible for protecting the convoy, right? Get ready to go. We must arrive at the Zijin mining area before dark, or we will encounter monsters with doubled attributes." Yun Ning asked curiously, "Have you been walking this path?" "That's right, for the sake of making a living, the salary for escorting the convoy is quite generous. Get on the carriage." A large convoy left the safe zone and headed for the Zijin mining area. At the east gate, Lu Qingjun watched Zhao Yuan and the others leave the safe zone, the corners of his mouth raised. He received the email from Tujun and put a lot of resources into his backpack. Zhang Wen touched his flat head. "There are 6 carriages, which means that we have a large range to protect the goods, with a total distance of more than 10 meters. If you are a melee player, it is really not easy to deal with." Zhao Yuan, "My sword-drawing taunt has reached a range of 1,000 meters, which can be covered by just 6 carriages. I'm afraid that monsters with large-scale attack skills will appear." Yunning added, "Even if you are taunted by you, these carriages will also be damaged by range attacks. The requirement of the task is to escort the convoy back safely. In other words, the horses must not die, and the cargo must not be lost. If the NPC dies, it may not affect much. The carriage has durability. Although the durability is not low, it can withstand a lot of attacks, but our difficulty is at the abyss level. Such a little durability is not enough." Zhao Yuan left the carriage and sat on the top of the carriage. "I'll go outside to guard, it's about 7 hours away." Zhang Wen directly summoned the giant white bone beast and followed the carriage. Zhang Wen controlled the giant bone beast and spit out a mass of broken bones, which were the bones of an orc shaman. The bones of the orc shaman are restored to their original shape, and the skill, drumming, can be used to increase the movement speed of friendly units. The speed of the team has been significantly improved. The captain of the carriage was not too shocked when he saw the bone monster following the team. They had already seen many players' strange skills. The carriage captain said to Zhao Yuan, "We have a specific route that can avoid high-level monster areas as much as possible, but the danger is impossible to avoid." Before finishing speaking, Zhao Yuan saw a group of level 15 elite creatures appearing in the distance. The number was 30 plus. Before Zhao Yuan could make a sound, Zhang Wen's bone monster wizard released the fire rain skill. Killing this group of level 15 elite creatures in seconds, Zhang Wen's attributes have now been improved, and his SS level skills have made him an extremely terrifying combat force. After advancing for 20 minutes, a level 15 Lord Booze appeared in front of the road, and hundreds of elite creatures followed the Booze. As expected of the difficulty of the abyss, this is just the beginning, and there is a level 15 boost. Zhao Yuan activates the sword-drawing taunt, forcing all enemies within sight to taunt. This level 15 Booze is a warrior type, and it swings a huge mace, and smashes it towards the top of Zhao Yuan's head. When the Booze seemed to hit steel, the spikes on the mace were broken, and Zhao Yuan's blood volume dropped by hundreds of points, less than 1%. Battle reminder. When attacked, the blood volume is reduced by 365 points, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 6,532 points of real damage. Both Booze and ordinary monsters can only attack Zhao Yuan forcibly, and they are constantly pierced by the anti-armor damage. 3 dazzling halos spread out from the carriage where Yun Ning was, completely covering the nearby 3,000 meters, among which the most important one for Zhao Yuan was the magic return halo. For every player, the lack of magic points will cause a significant decline in combat power. Under Zhao Yuan's SSS level knife drawing taunt, the 6 carriages did not suffer any damage, and their durability was still full. Every attack by the monster not only failed to destroy Zhao Yuan's blood volume, but also caused terrible damage to himself. But he had to attack Zhao Yuan. 25 seconds of forced taunt. If he didn't have the ability to remove the control, he could only bite the bullet and attack Zhao Yuan. In just 5 minutes, all the mobs were killed, partly due to Zhao Yuan's anti-armor damage, and partly due to Zhang Wen's bone giant beast skill damage. Booz at level 15 only had 1/3 of his HP left, and Zhao Yuan's saber-drawing taunt cooldown resumed again. He charged in front of the Booz and pierced the opponent's eyeball with a knife. Weak point attack. The damage value is very high. Booz wailed in pain, but he couldn't escape even if he wanted to, and was taunted by Zhao Yuan. The Bone Behemoth's Chaotic Wind skill blew up an air current comparable to a sharp blade, and emptied the last blood bar of Booz. After Booz died, only a few thousand copper coins were dropped, and there were no other items. It may be because of this escort mission, you can get high-quality accessories after completing it, so the monsters along the way will only drop copper coins. Zhao Yuan thought. Battle tips. Kill the target and get 6,324 experience points. Obtain skill proficiency of 1253 points *8 times. Under the passive recovery of the SSS level lunatic, Zhao Yuan recovered to full health in a few seconds, and the team continued to move forward for 2 hours. A team of more than 50 people rushed out from all directions. One by one, they pulled out their weapons fiercely, and they almost said that I planted this tree and opened this road. This is a person who committed a felony in the town, then escaped from Qingyan town, and became a bandit on a nearby hill. The carriage captain said. Zhao Yuan glanced at them. All the people blocking the way were NPCs, not players. They were all at level 15 at the lowest level, and the leader of the bandits was a level 20 lord creature. Except for the women and horses, kill all the others. The bandit leader with an irregular scar on his face commanded the rest of the bandits. I thought it was a player. Zhang Wen controlled the giant beast to protect the carriage. It turned out to be an NPC who committed a serious crime and escaped from the town. These mountain bandits showed fierce looks, pulled out their sharp knives, and rushed towards the carriage. Zhao Yuan was still taunting with his sword drawn, and a charge slammed into the front of the bandit leader, controlling all the enemy's taunts. Bandit leader. Quality. Lord. Level. LV 20. Skills. Horse slashing, giant strength, true chi. Introduction. The former commander of the guards of Qingyan town, after committing atrocious crimes, escaped from Qingyan town and took over the mountain as the king. The swordsman who guarded the carriage obviously recognized the identity of the mountain bandit leader, and could only hope that the three of Zhao Yuan would be able to fight against the mountain bandit leader. All kinds of miscellaneous soldiers attacked Zhao Yuan, and he didn't hesitate. The leader of the mountain bandit turned the 9-ring sword, and the sword was filled with pale golden infuriating energy. At the same time, the muscles of both arms swelled, and with the blessing of the Julie skill, he slashed towards Zhao Yuan's neck with a knife. Zhao Yuan raised his shield and blocked the knife directly, taking a few steps back. Battle tip. Attacked by the skills of Giant Strength and True Chi, the HP will be reduced by 1563 points, and the SSS level anti-armor will be triggered, causing 9,863 points of real damage. Kang, Kang, Kang. One knife after another, the heavy slashes landed on Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan blocked it with his shield, but the bandit leader had scars on his body, and blood flowed to the ground. This is the ability to retaliate. The leader of the mountain bandits saw that his other brothers were killed by the white-boned giant beast, and he said, "The wind is tight, scream. Want to run." Zhao Yuan's taunting with his sword was fine again, and he taunted the target within 1,000 meters again, leaving all the people behind. In a state of ridicule, the mountain bandit leader can maintain his own sanity and speak, but his movements are uncontrollable. All three powerful skills are released and chopped towards Zhao Yuan. Young Sha, spare our lives, we are just begging for a meal, and we will never be bandits in the future. Young Sha will give us a chance to reform. Almost empty. Young master, spare your life. Puff. Zhao Yuan directly cut off the opponent's head, made a fatal injury judgment, and the mountain bandit leader was instantly killed. Although humanoid boos are flexible, the deadly parts of the human body often become weak points. And under the ridicule of drawing a sword, even if you have the infuriating skill to enhance the movement speed, it is just a waste of effort. After Zhao Yuan killed the leader of the bandit, he cooperated with Zhang Wen to attack the remaining bandits. Seeing the leader's death, these miscellaneous soldiers suddenly lost the idea of resisting, and were killed by Zhao Yuan and Zhang Wen. Even the coach captain cut off the heads of several mountain bandits. This infuriating skill is a bit interesting. Just now, the leader of the bandit caused me a lot of damage. In addition to his skills and his own attributes, there is also a lot of additional damage from infuriating. Zhao Yuan said. This infuriating skill is an attribute that players who take the ancient martial arts all the way will have. It is similar to the magic value, but infuriating can strengthen many attributes. For example, covering the internal force on the weapon can increase the damage, and covering the internal force on the legs will increase the running speed. Yun Ning responded. However, players who go all the way to ancient martial arts, unless they have a very high skill level, do not have as much damage as traditional warriors. Ancient martial arts is a type that is weak in the early stage and takes off in the later stage. For example, after learning the 9 swords of Dugu, one-on-one boosts can be achieved without losing the blood, the movement is elegant, and the damage of the sword moves is high. Zhang Wen awakened the bones of the bandit leader and turned them into his own combat power. The previous level 15 booze was also awakened by him and became his summoning object. Same as before, nothing dropped except copper coins. It seems that these enemies are arranged for us by the system on the difficulty of the abyss. Time waits for no one, the team continues to move forward, the speed of the carriage is very fast, only slower than ordinary mounts, because it is empty. After killing these bandits, Zhao Yuan also gained a lot of experience points and skill proficiency. He also looks forward to reaching level 15 as soon as possible, so that he can get the next SSS level skill. With 1/3 of the distance left, the convoy entered a valley with towering cliffs on both sides. A player of 50 players is ambushing here. A convoy is coming. This route is the only way to escort missions. Our guild only needs to ambush here. The rewards for killing people are enough for us to become second-rate powerhouses. This is a team of players from a first-level guild. Instead of fighting to the death with monsters, they hide and ambush players. They can inherit the opponent's talents and abilities, and they can also obtain all the opponent's coins, equipment, and props. The leader carried a live ammunition rifle, and he installed landmines on the road below the valley in advance. When their convoy completely enters the minefield, their carriage can be easily destroyed. But the landmines in the Doomsday game are not so powerful. They can only reduce their blood volume. They will definitely not be able to kill them. We have to go up and make up for them. After Zhao Yuan's convoy entered the minefield, the enemy pressed the switch, and a huge roar spread out. The crimson heat wave vented upwards, overturning the carriage. The swordsman guards were all injured, as were Zhang Wen and Yun Ning. Yun Ning instantly turned on the 3 layers of aura, and Zhang Wen's giant bone beast also guarded the surroundings. Come on, brothers, this giant bone beast has very high attributes, and must be the opponent's strongest combat power. Kill this giant bone beast, and we can even inherit this ability. A team of 50 players rushed down from the cliff, and some players even carried rifles and shot. The leader of the enemy thought to himself, the players who take the escort mission are generally level 10 rookies who have just entered the town to unlock the accessories bar, and we have already reached level 20. Killing such level 10 players is no use at all, little risk. Even a very talented player, under the suppression of the level, has to die and surrender his innate ability. According to this method, this group of players ambushed and killed many novice players, and their combat power gradually became stronger. The quality of this giant white bone beast is so high. If it weren't for the level crushing, we really wouldn't be opponents. But with a difference of 10 levels and the number of people crushing, if you kill this player, you can get the skills of this bone monster. This is the joy of killing. The equipment, resources, and skills accumulated by others will change hands in an instant. This bone monster's skill seems to be at least S level. From now on, I can also become an S level ability user. Just thinking about it makes me excited. Zhao Yuan waited for the enemy to get close to 1,000 meters, then released the sword taunt, and instantly hit an enemy, instantly killing him. The other enemies were all stunned. They were all level 20 players. By killing players, they got a lot of rewards. Their strength was considered mid-level. How could they be instantly killed by a level 11 player? Then there was a 25-second forced taunt. The player who summoned the bone giant is not the strongest one, but the shield warrior in front of him is the most troublesome. 25 seconds of forced taunt. No problem, we shoot him into a sieve. Didn't he want to taunt? Let's just empty his blood bar. the enemy leader shouted. In an instant, a large number of bullets penetrated the air and slammed on Zhao Yuan's armor, but his health bar did not drop significantly. Combat tip. Take damage, reduce HP by 35 points, trigger SSS anti-armor, cause 3,526 real damage. Almost in the few seconds after the shooting, Zhao Yuan's blood volume did not drop much, but the people who fired the shots, blood bars fell down one by one like running water. Level 30 players can reach 10,000 blood, and their attributes are very high. These level 20 players have been re-injured 3 times and will die. What is this anti-armor? Is there such a perverted anti-armor skill? I beat him for 36 HP, and he hurt me 3,000 plus damage. It's over. It's dead now. No wonder he wants to mock us. The player who summoned the giant beast is only his subordinate. This shield warrior is the most terrifying. I didn't expect that we actually kicked such an iron plate. These players wanted to escape, but they didn't have the ability to disarm, so they could only attack Zhao Yuan uncontrollably. Those who used hot weapons had already been killed by counter-injury, but the melee players were still alive, and they had not approached Zhao Yuan yet. At this time, the enemy leader used a purification skill, but the rank of the skill was too low to remove the taunting effect. And Zhang Wen, who has the SS level magic returning aura, no longer has to consider whether the magic value is enough. Controlling the white bone behemoth in the form of a wizard, frantically releasing fire rain and free wind, the enemies shrouded in skills are basically killed on the spot. Zhao Yuan was surprised to find that under Yun Ning's blood-returning halo, the durability of the carriage was slowly rising. 7k Wen Gua. The damage of the mines was not as high as expected, and it blew up a half of the durability of the carriage, which would soon return to normal. Zhao Yuan stabbed a melee enemy in the abdomen with a knife, and down everything, all kinds of organs flowed out. But the enemy's body is half-digitized, and the blood bar is empty, so he still has a clear consciousness. At this time, he feels extreme pain. Zhao Yuan swiped his backhand and chopped off his head. The battle lasted for about 10 minutes, whether it was Zhao Yuan's anti-armor or Zhang Wen's ranged magic attack of the bone beast. It was a group attack method. More than 50 players all fell down, and their blood solidified between the soil. Battle tip. Kill level 20 players, get 14,652 experience points, get 10 W copper coins, get all the equipment of the opponent, get 325 points of skill proficiency * 9.0 times. This is only a reward for killing one player. Zhao Yuan killed 32 players, the minimum is level 20, and the leading enemy is level 25. Zhao Yuan's experience value soared instantly, reaching level 12. Battle tip. Players have gained 56,324 experience points, which has been raised to LV12. Kill the enemy players, get a total of 90 W copper coins, 65 white equipment and 3 green equipment. Trigger talent. Hundreds of millions of times proficiency, the current acquisition multiple is 9.0 times. SS's level anti-armor gains 23,651 skill proficiency points * 9.0 times and the level is raised to level 50. The level of the SSS level taunting level has been increased to 45, and the level of the SSS level fanatic has been increased to level 30. Is this reward too generous? Zhao Yuan was surprised. Apart from the lack of high-quality rewards, there are too many other low-level rewards. The experience value gained by killing players is nearly 10 times higher than killing monsters of the same level. The acquired skill proficiency is almost 10 times. You can also inherit the enemy's talents, all copper coins, and equipment. Isn't this the system pushing players to fight each other? It was also the first time for Zhang Wen to kill someone. He felt that there was not much difference between killing a monster. It was impossible that a human corpse was more shocking than a monster's corpse. And the desperate expressions of human beings before their death are displayed in the facial features and frozen in the eyes. There is also the smell of human blood, which is much better than the blood of monsters. Maybe it's because of the high level of these players. They are all level 20. If we kill level 20 players at level 10, the rewards we get will definitely be indispensable. There are many inheritance options in front of Zhang Wen, all of which are the innate skills of the players who were killed by him. Most of them are D rank and F rank junk skills, and the highest is only C rank. 7k Wen Gua. Zhang Wen naturally chose to give up all of them, and Zhao Yuan also appeared in front of a large number of inheritance options. He simply glanced at it, and it was nothing more than waste abilities such as strengthening movement speed, strengthening strength, and improving physical strength. Upgrade to level 12, strength and physical attributes increase by 20 points, and agility and intelligence attributes increase by 5 points. Now Zhao Yuan's properties panel is: Name, Zhao Yuan. Level, LV12, 5%, 100%. Health, 100%. Mana, 100%. Strength, 110. Constitution, 160. Agility, 75. Intelligence, 75. Talent, Eternal Blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of times the proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap, and can be upgraded without restrictions. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the multiplier of the proficiency. Current proficiency multiplier, 9.0 times. Cornerstone ability. Anti-armor LV50 SSS level, passively provides high physical defense and magic defense. When receiving damage, it reflects real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacker. Outlaw LV30 SSS level, passively provides 90,000 health points, recovers 1% of the upper limit of health value per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill. Draw a knife to taunt LV45 SSS level, passively increase the monster's hatred value. After the active release, charge forward for a distance, and apply a taunting effect to the enemy at 1100 meters for 25 seconds. Backpack. Oak shield, white iron armor, white bronze boots +4, green bronze bracers, green iron hammer, white first grade enhancement, stone 12, wilderness set, green guild order *1, white equipment 65, green equipment 3. Copper coins, 210W. Magic weapon, green jade lotus terrace LV6, white. Costume, bull costume, white. The rest of the panels are not yet unlocked. These white equipment and green equipment, we don't need them either. The attributes are average. We can sell them for some copper coins. Zhao Yuan sat on the carriage, and the convoy continued on. The reward for killing people is much richer than I imagined. This is a shortcut to leveling up, Zhang Wen said. But these are living human beings, just like us. Yun Ning interrupted. Zhao Yuan said, we don't take the initiative to kill people, but when others come to trouble us, I will not be soft. Zhang Wen has also been promoted to level 11. Yun Ning has an assist bonus and has gained a lot of experience points. Yun Ning sat in the carriage and said, this is just the beginning. The most difficult part of the escort mission is loading the cargo and returning. That's right. Zhao Yuan nodded in agreement. Although these monsters are strong now, they are equivalent to the difficulty of nightmare level and hell level. The real danger will be encountered on the way back when we are fully loaded with goods. There are also level 20 dungeons and level 30 dungeons in Qingyan Town. After unlocking the accessories bar, we can choose to go to level 20 dungeons. After clearing the customs, our level should be able to reach level 15. Zhang Wen sat in the carriage, dragging his face with his hands. Level 20 dungeon, wait for me to check it on the forum. This is a dungeon of 25 people. The normal process will take 7 days, just the distance needed in the dungeon, they are all counted in half a day. Zhao Yuan now has 210W copper coins. He originally planned to keep them and spend all of them on accessories after unlocking the accessories bar. But he chose the abyss level difficulty, and the final accessory he got was probably purple. The copper coins needed to upgrade the purple jewelry to a higher level are measured in billions. So this 210W copper coin is useless at all, it is better to use it to improve other aspects. It is fine to strengthen equipment or upgrade the magic weapon, but the number of first level strengthening stones Zhao Yuan is not much. He directly threw 210W copper coins all on the white magic weapon. Spending 196W copper coins, the white magic weapon is upgraded to LV17. Green Jade Lotus Terrace. Quality, white. Level, LV17, upgradable. Attributes, HP plus 6W, Blood Recovery plus 900, Defense plus 1230. Special effect. After opening, restore your own health for 15 seconds, with a cooling time of 1 minute. The level 30 lunatic directly added 90,000 blood volume, and the 17th level magic weapon added 60,000 blood volume. Zhao Yuan is already rushing towards the achievement of 200,000 blood volume. With such a high blood volume, SSS level madmen can recover 1% of their health per second, that is, they can recover 1700 plus blood per second. Adding SSS level anti-armor and taunting, it can be called unsolvable. The 210W copper coins bottomed out, but Zhao Yuan's attributes soared, and he was a little more confident in the face of the escort task with difficulty at the abyss level. Zhang Wen said, killing, guild wars is a justifiable opportunity to kill. You can also take the initiative to reveal your wealth, then go into the wild, attract villains to come to your door, and then kill them back. I just killed 18 players, and I was directly promoted to level 11. If I killed 200 people, wouldn't it be level 15? Yun Ning smiled and said, don't get mad, 200 players, that's 200 lives. I know, but under this Doomsday game, these people won't live long. Zhang Wen murmured. Hey, when Zhao Yuan establishes his own guild, won't I be the vice guild leader? At that time, I will also have the right to start guild battles. Wouldn't the experience value soar like crazy? Zhao Yuan smiled angrily. Who said you are the vice president? Farewell, my brother, won't you give me the vice president? Can you still give Yunning? Zhang Wen was anxious. Why can't Yunning be the vice chairman? I think she can do it. Zhao Yuan said while sitting in the carriage. That's right, I won't lose to you. As a user with Halo ability, I can play a much bigger role in the guild battle than you. Yun Ning said with a normal expression. And the guild has its own arms, and my halo can also be applied to the arms. Don't this guild have 3 vice presidents? Zhang Wen laughed. Look at your performance, you're frizzy. Besides, it's still too early to establish a guild. The convoy finally arrived at the Zijin mining area before the dark night. This is also a small safe area, but it is a mining area, there are not many people and few shops. The bearded captain of the swordsmen said to Zhao Yuan, I'll take someone to load and unload the minerals on the carriage, and I can leave early tomorrow morning. After that, he took the convoy to the depths of the mining area. On the side is the inn, pay some copper coins, you can get food and room. Outside Qingyan town, in the magma mountain range in the level 30 monster area, a behemoth was soaked in red magma. Only the ugly head that was 3 stories high was exposed. At this moment, it dug out its own heart and turned into a creature similar to itself, and its quality was Overlord level. 3 days later, you launched a monster to attack the town, said the huge Balrog. The creatures split by the Balrog left this magma area. A strange bird with the face of an old man fell on the shoulders of Balrog. Why did Lord Flame Demon use his own heart to turn into a weakened version of himself? Human head bird asked inexplicably. Flame Demon's huge dark golden pupils turned slightly. The forces in Qingyan town are chaotic, but with a strong enemy like me watching from the outside, these human forces will not be in chaos. Instead, they will unite against foreign enemies. The head bird said. Lord Flame Demon is to let the human forces in Qingyan town kill this weakened Flame Demon creature. And then thinking that there is no more threat in the magma mountains, civil unrest will begin. That's right, Flame Demon continued. Although I am strong enough to destroy the entire Qingyan town, there are many powerful human races in this town. All of them joining forces will pose a huge threat to me and let them kill a false Balrog. With the inferiority of human beings, the forces in Qingyan town will definitely compete with each other, and the casualties will be heavy. At that time, I will come in person, easily slaughter Qingyan town, and suck the lifeblood of the whole town's human race. I will be able to obtain qualitative evolution, and it is not impossible to become a king-level creature. In the inn in the Zijin mining area, Zhao Yuan and the 3 ordered a lot of food. After all, as long as the players didn't mix too badly, the food money was still easy to supply. Yun Ning pointed to the map of Qingyan town and its surrounding areas and said, there are monster areas of level 15, 20, 25, and 30 near Qingyan town. Each of these areas hides a powerful wild booze. The lowest level is the Lord level. Above the Lord level is the Overlord level. Zhang Wen wondered, could it be that a player with reconnaissance skills explored it? Otherwise, how would you know such details? It should be. Yun Ning replied. There are too many types of skills: ancient martial arts, mechanical skills, guns and guns, traditional skills, power skills, soft rice skills. It's not surprising that there are skills that can detect a large area. Wait, did something strange get mixed in? Zhao Yuan thought he had heard it wrong. What genre is Ruan Fanliu? Soft Fanliu, I understand this, I have studied it before. Zhang Wen explained. Soft Fanliu is to choose players who can provide various buffs for single-player targets, including optimizing beauty, improving dresses, increasing upgrade speed. In this way, you can become the exclusive personal assistant for some high-level female bosses. Of course, if you have a more handsome face, you will be more popular. Ruanfan doesn't discriminate between men and women. That's probably what it means. Wait, why are you looking at me like this? Zhang Wen's expression froze. I'm just trying to figure it out, can't I just understand? In order to survive, hugging the thigh is also a way out. Okay, Zhao Yuan took a bite of the food, then what is this traditional style? Yun Ning replied. Traditional stream is the occupation classification of traditional online games. It is nothing more than mage, warrior, assassin, archer, priest, etc. Although they are quite satisfactory, their combat power will not be too bad. Yun Ning finally pointed to the magma mountains marked with scarlet skulls in the level 30 area on the map. There is the most terrifying Overlord level creature here. All players who enter this mountain range are dead, and no one can come out alive. But our return route is far away from the magma mountains, so don't worry about provoking the creatures inside. Zhao Yuan finally said, it's getting late, everyone, go to bed early, and we will return tomorrow. If I guess correctly, after completing the Hell level escort mission, you can get a purple ornament. You know we don't even have a piece of blue equipment on us. The next day, a convoy of 6 carriages was already waiting outside the inn. The 3 of Zhao Yuan bought some dry food and started on the road. Due to the maximum weight of the carriage, the speed of movement becomes very slow, but it is also faster than the player running. There is also the orc shaman drumming skill of the Zhongwen bone creature, which can increase the movement speed of friendly units. Halfway through the journey, the monsters encountered were not very difficult, and they turned into the experience points and skill proficiency of the 3 of them. In the second half, a huge buffalo appeared ahead of the road. Leyline buffalo. Quality: Overlord. Level: LV20. Strength: 1000. Constitution: 1500. Agility: 600. Intelligence: 300. Skills: Dungeon, Wrestling, Earth Crack. Introduction. The King of the Ruined Valley has the ability to control the ley lines. He can easily move forward through the ground and crack the ground in a large area. 7K Wen Gua. Level 20 Overlord creatures. This is the first time we have encountered Overlord level bosses. Yun Ning instantly activated 3 halo skills. Layers of dense halos spread around her with her as the core. The carriage cannot be destroyed, otherwise our mission will be considered a failure. If the carriage is destroyed, even if we kill the booze, we won't be able to unlock the accessories bar. Zhao Yuan started drawing his sword to taunt, turning into an afterimage, crossing the carriage, and hitting directly on the buffalo. The swordsman hurriedly rushed the carriage to the edge, but they encountered the Overlord level life, and the horses were so frightened that their legs were weak and they could not move forward. Zhao Yuan instantly taunted this 30-meter-sized Overlord creature. The earth vein buffalo moved its head, and the huge curved horn collided with Zhao Yuan, and he flew backwards instantly, hitting the stone wall beside him. Zhang Wen saw that it was difficult for Zhao Yuan to face the Overlord level creatures alone, so he switched the main unit of the bone giant to a 6-armed bone. Warrior-type summons can resist a few more attacks from earth-lined buffaloes. Battle reminder. When attacked by an Overlord level creature, the blood volume is reduced by 18%, and the SSS level anti-armor is triggered, causing 15,632 points of real damage. Zhao Yuan walked out from the gravel. Although he looked embarrassed, his blood volume did not decrease too much. Under the passive recovery of the SSS level Madman and Yun Ning's blood recovery aura, he could soon be full. This was the most serious injury Zhao Yuan had ever suffered. With a health bar close to 200,000, 18% of his health was knocked out in one blow. The strength of Overlord level creatures is much more terrifying than that of Overlord level creatures. But the Earth Vein Buffalo was not feeling well either. A huge scar appeared on the hard and rough skin, although it didn't hurt the internal organs of the booze. But it also significantly reduces the blood bar of booze. Zhang Wen's six-armed bones released all 2 skills, and only hit a little blood on booze. Instead, the giant white bone beast was lightly touched by the buffalo, and its blood volume was directly halved. Overlord level creature. This is already the highest quality level in Qingyan Town and its surrounding areas. The terrifying existence in the lava mountain is also at the Overlord level. For a boss of this level, at least a team of 3,000 people is required to fight together, and only after a large number of lives are used to pile up the booze can it be possible to complete the kill. Yun Ning said anxiously. And the Overlord level beings have very high intelligence. They feel that their lives are in danger, and they will even run away, causing players to die in vain, and they can't complete the kill and get rewards. Zhao Yuan roared angrily. As expected of the difficulty of the Abyss level, this is really enjoyable. Zhao Yuan activates the active effect of the white magic weapon, which continuously restores HP within 15 seconds. With the upgrade of the magic weapon to level 17, the weak active skill has become stronger now. Under the effect of triple healing, Zhao Yuan regained full health and directly blocked in front of booze. Wrestling. The Rift Buffalo is a full 30 meters long, and its curved horns are covered with moss and shells, and the length of the horns is twice as long as its head. The ox horns with a savage atmosphere pierced towards Zhao Yuan's body, nailing Zhao Yuan directly to the stone wall on one side. But Zhao Yuan's defense was very high, but the armor was damaged, and the flesh and blood were not pierced. Battle reminder. When attacked by the skill, wrestling, the blood volume is reduced by 25%, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 19,632 points of real damage. It's okay, the skill of this booze can only kill 25% of my blood volume, as long as I can resist, there is no booze that I can't kill. Zhao Yuan continued to use the drawn sword to taunt. He had to protect the carriage from being destroyed by the booze, otherwise the mission would fail. The output of Zhang Wen's bone behemoth is not low, about 1/10 of Zhao Yuan's. Its biggest role is to help Zhao Yuan block several attacks when Zhao Yuan's blood volume is dangerous. Allow Zhao Yuan to restore the blood volume to a safe value. At this time, the swordsman forcibly dragged the carriage to a relatively safe location. The goods in the carriage were the most precious. Earth crack. The ground vein buffaloes began to trample on the ground crazily, and the ground mixed with mud, sand and stones began to crack. All units standing on the ground suffered terrible injuries and were stunned. The durability of the 6 carriages was reduced to 1/10 in an instant, and all 10 swordsmen were seriously injured, vomited blood, and lost consciousness. Yun Ning was also injured naturally, but fortunately Zhao Yuan's taunting time was very long. Even if Zhao Yuan fell into a dizzy state, the primary target of booze was still Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan was trampled by the gigantic cow's crow, and he felt weak pain from the very beginning. His defense was only barely adequate in front of Overlord-level creatures. Finally survived the stun time of the booze skill, Zhao Yuan turned on the healing effect of the white magic weapon again, and at the same time took the initiative to drink the blood recovery potion. This is the first time Zhao Yuan has used potions to restore blood volume. The strength of booze is too high. The Overlord creature at level 20 is the absolute king in the entire area. However, the higher the attack of the booze, the more terrifying Zhao Yuan's retaliation would be. Booze now only has 1 skill left unused. This burrowing skill seems to be used for escaping, so it should be easy to deal with. The blood volume of the Earth Vein Buffalo has been emptied by half, and the real damage is the highest type of damage, directly ignoring the high defense of booze and the damage reduction of Overlord creatures. Zhao Yuan's taunt time is over, and there are still more than 10 seconds before the cooldown of the sword-drawing taunt is restored. Booze released the ground escape skill, his huge body left a huge hole in the ground, and just disappeared. Then there was an abnormality in the position of the carriage. No, booze is going to attack the carriage directly. Don't let it attack the convoy, the carriage has only a little durability left. Zhao Yuan roared. The Earth Vein Buffalo is about to drill out of the surface, so that the team and Yunning will be swallowed into the belly of booze. Boom! Zhang Wen's bone behemoth switched to the blood baron form, with the ability to fly, lifted all 6 carriages and suspended them in midair, protecting Yun Ning and the team. It's dangerous, the mission almost failed, and Yun Ning's defense is not high. If he is touched by booze, he will really die. Zhang Wen wiped the cold sweat from his forehead. Now that the 3 skills of the Earth Vessel Buffalo have been released, even if they are released a second time, Zhao Yuan still has enough reactions to deal with them. And although Zhao Yuan struggled to resist, his blood volume never dropped to 50%. Then use the Bone Giant Beast's tactics of alternately resisting damage, and soon this Overlord creature can be killed. Lord creatures require hundreds of players to siege, while Overlord level bosses require at least 1,000 players, and even 3,000 players may not be able to cope. Because no one wants to be cannon fodder, and everyone wants to survive to the end, which will lead to the fact that there is no way to stop Booze's offensive. Next, the Earth Vein Buffalo used the 3 skills of wrestling, earth cracking, and earth escaping, continuously, struggling continuously. But the real damage of Zhao Yuan's class anti-armor is too terrifying. Even one hoof of the buffalo was cut off by the anti-injury. With 20% of his HP left, Booze finally started to panic, wanting to run away, and relying on his strong physique to recover. But how could Zhao Yuan let this Booze go? It was also the first time he had killed an Overlord-level creature, and it put a lot of pressure on Zhao Yuan. 7k Wen Gua. Even let him use the blood recovery potion uninterruptedly. Draw the knife and mock. Zhao Yuan gave the Booze a forced taunt to prevent the opponent from escaping with the groundbreaking skill. At the last moment, Zhao Yuan became more and more cautious. Because at this time, encountering a sneak attack by other players, the consequences are extremely serious, and it is no longer a mission failure, but may lead to the death of teammates. However, Goddess of Luck seemed to favor Zhao Yuan's side. Perhaps it was the coercion of the Overlord-level creature that no one else dared to approach. Zhao Yuan's anti-armor finally took the life of the 20th level Overlord Booze, and no sneak attacking players took action. Ha, finally killed it. It took 30 minutes, and it took a full half an hour in front of the SSS level anti-armor. Zhao Yuan sighed. Because this Booze has a high blood recovery attribute, but this time we won. Zhang Wen was also terrified. Just when Zhao Yuan was about to check the reward for killing the Overlord creature, a black shadow instantly touched Zhao Yuan's shadow, and he suddenly couldn't move. SSS level ninjutsu, Dragon Flame's singing technique. Zhao Yuan was actually starting to form mudras with his hands, and his body was completely out of control. He immediately thought of the black shadow under his feet, and the breath of death filled his heart. In an instant, Zhao Yuan felt exaggeratedly high temperature, and above his head, hundreds of golden dragon head-shaped fireballs bombarded him. Zhao Yuan could feel the terrifying destructive power contained in these golden fireballs. He only had about 50% HP now, so he might be instantly killed. Moreover, the attack range of these fireballs is too large, and Zhang Wen and Yun Ning will also be covered. It is possible for him to survive, but the 2 of them must die. Boom. There was not much time left for Zhao Yuan to think. He instinctively used the active effect of the SSS level madman to instantly heal all injuries. As long as there is still a little blood, he can be resurrected perfectly. Zhang Wen saw that Zhao Yuan's blood volume had recovered to full, and immediately gave an order to let the bone monster in the shape of a blood baron leave here, take Yun Ning away, and take away the carriage by the way. At the same time, Zhang Wen awakened the bones of the buffalo in the earth vein, and a summoned creature of the Overlord level became his subordinate. Boom, boom, boom. The flames of the golden dragon head fell like raindrops, and Zhang Wen was swallowed by the bones of the earth vein buffalo. And Zhao Yuan fully suffered the skill damage this time. The flames dissipated, Zhao Yuan survived, with 10% of his HP left. And still rising. At this time, Zhao Yuan finally saw who the enemy was. He was wearing a ninja costume and a mask on his face. The black shadow under his feet touched Zhao Yuan's shadow and bound him tightly. How is it possible? With so many attacks and almost dozens of counter-injuries, how could he still be full of blood? Zhao Yuan looked at the other party in disbelief. On the enemy's body, layers of barriers are broken. This is a prop that can resist damage. Without these barriers, the enemy will be instantly killed by the real damage of SSS level anti-armor. And the ninja didn't give Zhao Yuan any time to react, and started to seal his hands again. Zhao Yuan was still unable to move. The bone buffalo summoned by Zhang Wen was almost shattered, but he still had a third of his health, because most of the attacks fell on Zhao Yuan's head. SSS level ninjutsu, Dragon Flame's singing technique. Boom! The same terrifying skill bombarded Zhao Yuan again, this time he was sure to die. The earth cracks. Zhang Wen controlled the bone buffalo to use the earth crack skill, causing all enemy units standing on the ground to be stunned and causing damage. The ninja's Dragon Flame singing technique was interrupted, and he entered a state of dizziness. But Zhao Yuan was still restrained by the shadow. He decisively turned on the last special effect of the barbarian cow costume, the overbearing body, for 5 seconds. Then he released the black shadow and regained his mobility, and the stun of the earth crack skill was only a few seconds. Zhao Yuan had to kill the enemy within a few seconds, otherwise he and his teammates would all die. At this juncture of life and death, Zhao Yuan chose the enemy's neck extremely calmly. As long as the head is cut off, the enemy will surely die. A half-digitized body cannot save a human being who has lost his head. Zhao Yuan exhausted all his strength, and the green one-handed knife directly cut into the enemy's neck. Due to the damage, the enemy woke up from the dizzy state. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw Zhao Yuan's knife cutting his trachea. The enemy desperately grabbed Zhao Yuan and wanted to struggle, but the real pain made him almost lose consciousness, only instinct remained. Feel the instinct of extreme pain. The pain of being cut off the trachea and spine by a knife, and instilled into the enemy's nerves madly. Click. The head fell to the ground, and the blood flowed horizontally. The bright golden light fell on Zhao Yuan, and he was promoted to level 13 in an instant, and Zhang Wen was also promoted to level 12. After recovering from the near-death state, a series of system prompts sounded one after another. Killing a level 20 Earth Vein Buffalo, you will get 56,852 experience points, 12,365 skill proficiency points *10 times, and 20,000 copper coins. Kill players in the transnational area, get 23,654 points of experience, and get 1355 points of skill proficiency *10 times. Trigger the talent, billion times proficiency, the current acquisition multiple is 10 times. The player's personal level is increased to LV13, the physical and strength attributes are increased by 20 points, and the agility and intelligence attributes are increased by 5 points. International players. Ninja talent can only appear in Sakura country. Is this the person from Sakura country trying to kill me? Zhao Yuan said. Zhang Wen brought the nearly shattered buffalo bones into the summoning space, and he could slowly restore blood in the space. Could it be, the organization of the Sakura Kingdom strangled the geniuses of the Sha Kingdom? Strangling the development of the Sha Kingdom from the root. When you kill an enemy player, you can inherit a talent skill of the opponent, and get all the props, coins, and equipment on the opponent. SSS level Dragon Flame Singing Technique. S level Chakra, S level Shadow Binding Technique. Is this really a real genius? But with our joint efforts, he still died. Zhao Yuan said happily. If you didn't control the bone buffalo to use the ground cracking skill to stun the enemy, I guess I would have to fall to the ground. This S-level shadow binding technique controls the target, and then uses the SSS level Dragon Flame Singing technique to bombard and kill. It can be called unsolvable. Zhang Wen looks a little rough, but when it comes to the critical moment, he can often make a calm judgment, and his fighting quality is very high. Stop talking, I'm almost scared to pee, almost. If we make a mistake in our cooperation, we will really die. Zhang Wen manipulated Baron Bone, and brought Yun Ning and the carriage back. Zhao Yuan briefly explained the situation to Yun Ning, and at the same time began to guard around, because one after another, miscellaneous soldiers began to approach. Under the difficulty of the abyss, there will almost always be monsters blocking the way. 7K Wen Gua. Zhang Wen controlled the Bone Baron to kill in one shot, and none of the carriages were damaged, and under the aura of Yun Ning's blood recovery, the durability continued to increase. Yun Ning said, "Then what should I do about the ninja's SSS level skills? You can't just give up like this, right? But you also have 3 SSS level skills, and they are more suitable for you." Zhao Yuan, it seems that I have to discard it. Wait, there seems to be a special item among the ninja's props. Zhao Yuan directly obtained the 100W copper coin from the ninja, as well as all the equipment and props. One of them is the skill talisman, which can copy the skills of the dead player and keep it in it. This is also reasonable. This ninja's own skills are very suitable. It is impossible to inherit my SSS level skills. He should use this skill talisman, copy it, bring it back to the country of Sakura, and hand it over to shield-type players to inherit. Zhao Yuan used this skill talisman to copy the SSS level Dragon Flame's singing technique. Even the Overlord level Boo's skills could only knock out 25% of Zhao Yuan's HP. This Dragon Flame singing technique directly took away 90% of Zhao Yuan's health, which is indeed a SSS level active attack skill. The carriage continued to move forward, and Zhang Wen's giant white bone beast was guarding the side. All the soldiers that appeared now were miscellaneous soldiers, and they were easily killed. Why do people from Sakura country know the exact location of the three of us? Know the effect of your anti-armor skills, Yun Ning said. This ninja is obviously prepared, with a lot of disposable defensive barrier props on his body, which perfectly restrains your anti-armor. And he also chose us to kill the leyline buffalo, and release the shadow binding technique in an instant when his vigilance is relaxed, ensuring that the skill hits 100%. This skill can be avoided by moving. Traitor, Zhao Yuan said. It should be a player in No. 401 novice village who sold my information to Sakura Nation. In this Qingyan town, I'm not very famous, and in No. 401 novice village, almost everyone has seen my anti-armor and taunting skills. What a beast, Zhang Wen scolded angrily. It's better to hide this traitor deeply, or when I catch him, I will definitely avenge what happened today. Zhao Yuan recalled the battle that took place in just 2 minutes, which was extremely thrilling. If Zhang Wen didn't send Yun Ning away immediately, if Zhao Yuan didn't have the active recovery skills of the SSS level madman, if Zhang Wen didn't wake up the bones of the leyline buffalo and release the group control skill, Earth Crack, if Zhao Yuan doesn't have the 5-second hegemony effect of the bullfight costume. Now it will be Zhao Yuan and the three who have turned into corpses, and the ninja will complete the task, kill the genius of Sha Guo, and bring back a SSS level horror skill, so that a SSS level anti-armor player will appear in the Cherry Blossom country. Yun Ning patted Zhang Wen's shoulder hard. Okay, I didn't expect you to be as calm as Zhao Yuan at the critical moment. I take back what I said before, you can be the vice president. Hey, Zhang Wen scratched his head, it's okay. Zhao Yuan added on the side. Hey, didn't someone say just now that I almost urinated? Zhang Wen's face turned red. Zhao Yuan. You just can't see me, I finally pretended to be in front of a girl. PFF'd. Yun Ning couldn't help laughing. The three of them survived the disaster, and their laughter reverberated in the carriage. Tujun watched the name of Yangxia turn dark, which means that this talented player with SSSS level skills died in the Sha Kingdom. How is this possible? Yamashita is a talented player with invincible skills, and is the backbone of our Sakura country's future. Today's battle, it was supposed to be his battle of fame, how could he die in the Sha Kingdom? Lu Qingjun. It must be this Lu Qingjun who concealed the information. Sha people. Tujun's eyes were red. This plan not only did not cut off the talented players in Sha Kingdom, but also buried the SSS level skilled players in the country, even he could not bear the crime. The biggest difficulty in the Escort mission of Abyss level difficulty is that it will encounter Overlord level boosts. The three of them have passed, and the remaining miscellaneous soldiers can be easily cleared. 6 hours later, the carriage entered the territory of Qingyan Town, and all of them were towering classical buildings. Nice. After the Hell level Escort mission is completed, you can get a blue quality ring. What we completed was an Abyss level ring. I wouldn't accept this old man if he didn't make a purple ring for us. Zhang Wen said excitedly. What the ring adds is the attack attribute, which is very important to any player. Except for Zhao Yuan, he relies on anti-armor damage. And the higher the attack attribute of the summoner, the more summoned objects can inherit. The three of them didn't even eat, and rushed directly to the art craftsman's shop. The art craftsman sighed. It's unbelievable that you survived the Abyss level difficulty, and not a single carriage was damaged. Zhang Wen urged. I almost died on this journey, what about our reward? The artisan walked down the counter. Abyss level Escort mission, you can each get a ring of purple quality. However, it takes a lot of energy and dedication to create jewelry of this quality. Accessories are not equipment. On such a tiny bit of precious material, drastic carving, inlaying, and casting. Equipments are quick finished products of vulgar craftsmen, and accessories are works of art polished by every master. I'm going. Zhang Wen was angry. You mean the purple ring? It will take several months to cast and polish it. Of course not. I have stock. Whether I understand it or not is the same as having a manuscript in a writer's hand. I have nothing to worry about. The art craftsman walked to the counter at the end. 7. He took out 3 exquisitely crafted sandalwood boxes. This is your reward. It took me 3 years to add up these 3 accessories, but you deserve it. Complete the task. Get purple jewelry 3, experience value 12,563 points. It's surprising that there are additional experience rewards, but the purple jewelry is obviously more important. You must know that even the ninja from Sakura country only has 4 pieces of blue equipment. Zhao Yuan opened the sandalwood box. There is an extremely exquisite ring stored inside, with silver as the ring, and deep and clear purple gemstones inlaid on the silver ring. Violet Shah ring. Quality: purple upgradable. Wearing requirements: LV10 upgradable. Attribute: physical attack plus 2000. Introduction: the exquisite works of art under the hands of craftsmen can consume copper coins and materials to continuously upgrade. The player has obtained the first accessory, unlock the accessory column, and the second accessory column will be opened at level 20. The accessories obtained by the 3 are the same, except that Zhang Wen and Yun Ning get plus 2000 magic attack. And Yun Ning's magic attack will also increase the recovery effect of her halo. 2000 magic attack. 2000. You know, my current magic attack is only 300 plus. Zhang Wen was very excited. A purple quality ring directly increases my attack power by more than 6 times, which means that my summons can also inherit a large amount of attack attributes. Although the difficulty of this abyss level task is high, the rewards are also exaggerated and unbelievable. Yun Ning also said, the effect of my halo is affected by many attributes. The improvement of my intelligence attribute, attack attribute, and skill level can greatly increase the effect of the halo. Equipped with this purple ring, my aura is directly enhanced by about 4 times. Zhao Yuan was at a disadvantage. He said helplessly, my skills are all defensive, and the improvement of physical attack cannot strengthen the effect of my skills. However, the physical attack has been increased by 2000 points in one breath, and I can kill the enemy in one blow without relying on skills. The second accessory is the talisman, which increases the attribute of blood volume. When I reach level 20, I get the purple accessory, which will usher in my strong period again. A strong period. Zhang Wen laughed angrily. Which stage of yours is not a strong period? The higher our attack is, the higher the anti-injury value will be when we face your terrifying SSS level anti-armor, and the faster we will die. The 3 said goodbye to the artisan, and then left the shop. It was getting late. The carriage with the highest load was moving very slowly, so it was approaching evening, and it was impossible to enter the wilderness to hunt monsters. Yun Ning suggested, we can go to the arena to fight with other players. After winning the arena, you can get copper coins, experience points, skill proficiency, and precious arena coins. There are some extremely precious props and materials that can only be purchased in the arena mall. The most famous of these are the wings. The lowest level of wings is equivalent to an additional piece of equipment, increasing the player's attributes. The upgraded wings allow players to glide down from high altitudes. The top-level wings allow players to fly freely in the sky. Of course, the higher the quality of the wings, the longer the flight time. Zhang Wen also looked forward to it. Wings are not only equipment for flying, but also a status symbol for players. Our Sha Kingdom's top guild leader has unique wings. Not only are their attributes super high, but they are also gorgeous. Go, play the arena, Zhao Yuan said. After the player reaches level 20, he can unlock the function of entering the arena at any time. Now only when he reaches the arena can he start the player duel. After arriving in the arena, there are many players here, because they can be resurrected without limit because they die in the arena. And the pain is relatively weakened. If you win the PK, you can get rewards. If you lose, there is no punishment. It is nothing more than wasting some time. Now we only have the option of single-player competition. After the level is higher, we can even form a multiplayer team to compete. Yunning explained. Just play for an hour, and we will meet again when the time is up. Zhang Wen was surprised, but you are a pure Halo ability user. You have no means of attack at all. Yun Ning responded. I didn't have it before, but now that I have obtained the purple jewelry, I can easily kill people with only normal attacks. In addition to the addition of the Halo to myself, I can crush ordinary players. When I encounter stronger enemies, I will lose if I lose. It just sharpens my experience in fighting players. Each player can wear 3 sets of equipment in total. The first set is the equipment column with 9 empty slots, followed by the fashion column, and finally the accessory column. After level 100, you can get 10 accessories. Zhao Yuan wears the Zisha ring, and his physical attack instantly increases by 2000 points. Zhao Yuan's current attribute panel is Name, Zhao Yuan. Level, LV13, 18%, 100%. Health, 100%. Mana, 100%. Strength, 130. Constitution, 180. Agility, 80. Intelligence, 80. Talent, Eternal Blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap and can be upgraded without limit. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the proficiency acquisition multiple, current proficiency multiple, 10.0 times. Cornerstone ability. Anti-armor LV51, SSS level, passively provide high physical defense and magic defense. When suffering damage, reflect the real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacking party. Madman LV31, SSS level, passively provides 93,000 health points, restores 1% of the upper limit of health per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect. Instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill. Draw the knife and taunt LV46, SSS level, passively increase the hatred value of the monster. After the active release, charge forward for a certain distance, and apply the taunt effect to the enemy at 1100 meters, lasting for 25 seconds. Backpack. Oak shield, white iron armor, white bronze boots +4, green bronze bracers, green hammer, white level 1 strengthening stone 12, wilderness set, green guild order *1, white equipment 65, green equipment 6, blue equipment 4. Copper coins. 114W. Magic weapon. Sapphire lotus platform LV17, white. Costume. Bull costume, white. Accessory. Zisha ring, purple. Zhao Yuan's own physical attack power actually didn't exceed 300 points, and now he has directly increased his physical attack points by 2000 points. In the arena, he can definitely kill a lot. Zhao Yuan clicked on the upgrade requirements of accessories. Violet Shah ring. Quality. Purple, upgradable. Wearing requirements. LV10, upgradable. Attribute. Physical attack +2000. There are 2 ways to upgrade accessories. The first is to upgrade the wearing requirements. With pure copper coins, you can slowly upgrade a level 10 accessory to level 20 or 30. The second is to use extremely precious materials to directly improve the quality of accessories. Behind the purple is light golden quality, but this kind of upgrading material is extremely difficult to obtain. Now that the level of Zisha ring is upgraded by 1 level, 2000 W copper coins are needed. It is impossible for Zhao Yuan to upgrade the ring in a short time. Zhao Yuan entered the arena space and chose to start the competition. After waiting for 10 seconds, he was teleported to a ring-like scene. Some arenas with high-level players will have a large number of spectators paying to watch them. But Zhao Yuan's current level is still very low, and this is the first competitive match, so naturally there are no onlookers around. Zhao Yuan played in the Tier 1 arena, and players of level 20 and above would not appear. An enemy appeared opposite him, and there was a 3-second countdown in front of them. During this period, you can see the opponent's level, number of arena wins, and winning percentage. Zhao Yuan's enemy is a level 15 Scythe player, who should take the melee output route. The Scythe player saw that Zhao Yuan hadn't even played a single competition, and his level was only level 13. Lucky, I met a novice. I have a high probability of winning this game. It's equivalent to a reward of 1 competitive coin, but don't be careless. The lion fights the rabbit with all his strength. Maybe he is a strong player. After the 3-second countdown ended, Zhao Yuan instantly released, draw the sword taunt, and hit the scythe player directly. Before Zhao Yuan could draw his sword, the enemy was instantly killed, and his body turned into streamers of shattered light, disappearing on the ring. I almost forgot, the 2000 physical attack added by this purple ring will also increase the charge damage of the sword and taunt, and it shatters as soon as it hits. And Zhao Yuan's most incomprehensible ability is the anti-armor plus taunt skill combination, but if he wins the arena, he will be rewarded with competitive coins, so the faster the better. Arena information. Players who win the competition will get 300 copper coins, 653 experience points, 456 skill proficiency points *10 times, and 1 competition coin. Zhao Yuan simply checked the items in the competitive mall, and he could directly buy attribute points. Wing. Guild NPC characters. As long as there are enough competitive coins, players can get a huge boost. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.